Hello, it's Hump Day. Hump Day. Hello, Damien. How are you today?
I am. I'm feeling fucking great. Let's get it.
Sports show. We have a sports show. We have two shows. In case you didn't know, Sports Wednesday, Random Shit Friday. And joining us today, we do have two of our guests here. Our first guest, as a matter of fact. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Cody. What's up? What's up?
What's up, Isaiah?
Fuck yeah. And I'm Heston.
And it's your boy Dame.
And we are definitely not experts.
At all.
Let's go ahead and start things off the way that we do, as always. Holla at your boy, bro.
Yep.
Cheers to you, my guy. Cheers. Let's go. Fuck yeah. We got a lot to talk about. And I'm really stoked that we have a couple of extra people here to go ahead and bounce some ideas off of and talk some shit with, too.
Yeah, let's see what's good with it.
For full transparency, y'all go ahead and tell us who your teams are. As our listeners already know, I'm a Packers and Texans fan. Damien likes LeBron and the Eagles. And what about you guys?
Steelers, Lakers, pretty much it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a Ravens fan. I just fuck with all basketball.
Okay, cool.
All of it.
So no team affiliation in the NBA. You just fuck with the whole sport.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so Cody, you're Steelers
Yeah.
and Lakers, and you like the Ravens. Cool. That's awesome, because we're going to be talking about the Ravens later today, too. So take that with a grain of salt, but we try to maintain as neutral as possible. We're going to be talking about a lot of people here pretty soon, but we're going to start with the NBA. So the first thing I think we should start off with is me and Damien giving ourselves a collective pat on the back, because when we made our picks before the NBA playoffs started, I picked the Heat to win it all, and you picked the Lakers to win it all.
Easy call.
And we were right. They're in the finals. So, I think that's super fucking cool. You were kind of sus about me picking the Heat. You didn't think they were going to make it,
a little bit,
man.
because, you look at the Bucks, you look at Toronto, Boston. You think about all these teams that really technically should have beat the Heat, and they didn't. So, big ups to the Miami Heat, but still in fire, bro. We gentlemen sweeping everybody out.
Gentlemen sweeping, huh? The whole thing.
Everybody getting a gentleman sweep.
You think that's what it's gonna be?
Everybody getting a gentleman sweep.
What do you guys think?
Miami get one.
Lakers winning.
Yeah, I got Lakers on a 4-0.
4-0. Ooh, nothing gentlemanly about it.
I like that.
I just think it's easy.
Sweep.
I think it's an easy matchup.
Why do you think?
Because who's gonna guard LeBron?
Exactly.
And who's gonna guard AD?
Exactly. What are we doing?
And who else is there?
It don't.
Bro, they can get it with anybody.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
That will be all that does matter.
All they need. That's
so.
all
What do you
need
think, Cody? How many games?
I say it's 5-1.
5-1. So okay. So gentlemen sweep.
I know y'all just being nice.
I think if they drop a game, it's
right.
luck.
That's why I'm saying it's gonna be a gentleman sweep. Everybody on the whole Western Conference got gentleman sweep. Y'all can get one game. But
I doubt it.
Yeah,
people
saying the sweep, but
I want Jimmy Buckets to get a fucking
Miami,
bro.
Miami a different kind of team though.
He's cold as fuck.
Miami actually play team ball though.
I
see
what they're doing.
Go out for
and
superstars.
I fuck with Tyler Hero getting buckets.
Dude,
that's what I'm saying,
bro. They're about to play way too much playoff experience. Rajon Rondo, LeBron.
I'm telling you, dog. It's
Dwight Howard.
Bro, the Lakers about to eat, bro.
Yeah.
And again, all I'm gonna say is, to me, this just make LeBron definitely the GOAT, and I'm done with it. Especially if he get Finals MVP with it.
I think it puts him right on the path to be sure GOAT.
He has to already right now in life
if he wins
be
now,
even. He has to be even with Jordan already. He can't be behind. I don't feel like. Some people think he is. Some people say he'll never pass Jordan, but to me, they the same right now. If he win this one, is out of there.
Yeah, if he wins this and then wins another one and another one,
man, look,
he's the best I ever seen.
So, bro, look, what happened if he get the same amount of 6? Do you think Jordan fans will still be like,
they just gonna have some new?
They
shit
still
to
gonna
say.
say the same shit, right?
They just gonna have some new shit to say.
6 for 6, 6 for 6. Like
he didn't go to 10 or 11.
He didn't go to 10 or 11, and he had the opportunity to. Getting swept out the playoffs, but don't nobody want to say nothing about that though.
Yeah, I know.
We just want to talk about it's perfect to the finals, but we don't want to talk about the getting swept and the getting murked in the first and second rounds, which LeBron has never lost in the first round. It just never happened. Never happened.
I respect it.
I'm just saying, bro.
Well, I think I'm alone here. I always have been kind of an underdog guy, so like I made the pick before the playoffs that the Heat were gonna win, so I'm gonna stick by it. I'm gonna stick by the Heat.
Well, I feel good. I'm glad.
I like that
for you that you have that pride.
I hope it's at least. Do you think it's close?
Of course, it's the championship, bro.
Okay, so Isaiah doesn't think so, though.
I think not. I mean, bro,
it's the championship.
No, I'm talking about the individual games, though.
The games will be a close score.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'm sure a few of the games will be competitive, but I don't see it being a match like that to where you're gonna be on the edge of your seat.
Exactly.
It's literally gonna probably be one of the chillest series of the whole playoffs.
See, that kind of bums me out because we've already had a lot of really good individual
I don't think
series.
so, bro.
I know, that's because everybody was playing like dogs, and if Jimmy come out here and want to change the legacy, then surprise me and get the dub. But as far as Jimmy Butler leading this team against LeBron,
I don't think so.
I like it.
I don't think so.
Maybe it's just my lack of knowledge.
LeBron just got a triple-double in the previous game, and like Jimmy Butler, like some games he doesn't score.
And LeBron literally made that game look like, all right, I'm not playing y'all no more. Like we're done right here.
Tyler Herro gonna get locked.
By who?
Danny Green probably.
You think so?
He's a defender. He's long, and he has playoff experience.
Respect.
He just won a championship last year.
It's true.
So he's a dog.
And with the Spurs, right?
Yep. So he's a dog.
How many does he have? Like 3?
3 rings probably. Or he might be working on. He's working on his 3rd.
Is it? Okay, so he won 1 with the Spurs. I can't remember. He's been clutch in the playoffs too, though. So like, I mean, that's not a bad answer to be honest.
That's what I'm saying.
Surprisingly, Iguodala, 6 straight.
Yeah, this is
6.
Yeah, weirdly enough,
6.
Right?
How weird to say that, right?
And
he won MVP that 1 year, right? When LeBron led both teams in like 5 statistical categories, which by far should have been LeBron, but let's give it to Iguodala. Like, sure. Like,
LeBron's winning this shit for Kobe.
Killing it, bro.
Is LeBron winning this shit for Kobe, or is the league setting it up for Kobe?
It's over, bro.
Look, dude.
Just like New Orleans got that after Katrina, bro.
LeBron doing his thing, bro.
It's just a motivating factor.
LeBron doing his thing, bro.
It's just an inspiring factor.
That's true. I agree. I'm just curious what y'all are thinking, that's all.
LeBron doing his thing.
He's not losing.
Did you see that there have been reports coming out that there have been whispers about Houston trading away James Harden?
I have.
Anybody can get traded.
It's true, though. Do you think they would do it?
Nope.
I think they'd be dumb to do that. I think if you trade anybody, trade Westbrook, but nobody wants Westbrook, and everybody would probably want Harden.
Well, right.
So it'd be smarter to probably give up Harden.
I don't think there's anywhere Harden wants to go.
It doesn't matter.
I would give Harden
to
the only team I think Harden should go to if he were to go is the 76ers.
Is where?
76ers.
But he doesn't get to pick where he goes.
Yeah, that would make them competitive, but who are they going to take? When you're taking somebody.
Well, right. So that was going to be my next question. If you think that he could get traded, what would it cost to get him?
So, I mean, 76ers have a couple of logical trades where they could do some round picks, and you give up like Thibault and
they're not getting James without giving up Ben.
So
no way.
So there was another.
They're gonna have to give a superstar.
There was another situation. You give up Ben. I mean,
or
I would give up
like
Ben.
2 or 3 first round.
Harden is Ben with the 3-pointer.
And Embiid's way better.
And Embiid
is way better, but he's not happy there.
Yeah, well,
but
that's
if you get Harden,
though, you know.
If you get Harden,
no. This is what I'm saying though. Like he was saying, like you could trade Embiid for Harden, is what he was saying.
Oh, and well, I don't know how that would be for Houston.
Well, right, but the thing is, like Embiid may not want to be there though. So like if he has that attitude and he doesn't want to participate with the team, sometimes trading him is better.
Yeah, but
James Harden in, and
you have to think about Houston, bro.
He definitely want to play with him over Ben Simmons. That's for sure.
Think about Houston, bro. If I'm Houston, the kind of play that I play is small ball. We shoot threes. We do. I don't want Embiid. I'll take Simmons.
Well, that's the thing is,
if anything,
I think they lost because they played small ball. So I think they'd be interested in
Simmons
having somebody generationally like different.
I mean, Simmons he's not that good though, right?
Simmons could be better, but he's still good.
He's not James Harden though.
I mean, but he can dish and kick.
James Harden was an MVP.
So you think Ben Simmons? Oh, so you think James Harden was the MVP?
No, James Harden was an MVP.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant this year. I was like, ooh.
Nah. But I probably think it was LeBron, really. But
ooh.
We had this discussion already, bro.
I'd give it to LeBron almost any year that he's playing.
Any year you can almost pick, bro.
but they just don't play it like that.
He should have at least.
I mean,
six,
if the Clippers
though.
decide to blow up, then they can move plenty of those guys over.
That's a good point, and then that kind of opens up a lot of things, right?
And that makes that team like
I'm
disgusting.
telling you.
So
if Philly got Harden, bro,
I doubt it.
Right, so
it'd be dumb.
So we do have breaking news.
It'd be dumb.
Doc Rivers just got released.
Yeah.
Like as we started recording this episode.
I mean, everybody knew this was gonna happen though. I'm actually surprised they didn't do it sooner.
Like in the playoffs?
Like right after the game happened.
like the day after they lost.
Right after the game was over, they should have been like, Doc is gone.
Who do you think they could substitute him with?
I think they'd be smart to keep Ty. He's right there.
Tyronn Lue.
Just get Tyronn Lue. He's right there.
Might as well.
Or Sam Cassell, right? I mean, they're both right there within the Lakers' assistant coaches. Both of those guys are capable coaches. I heard Sam Cassell's being looked at by somebody else, though. So
with Doc Rivers gone now, right? And them looking for a new coach, do you think they try to keep the core intact and try to make another run, or do you think they blow the whole thing up?
I think people. I mean, look, they can't just keep on moving shit. You know.
Well,
right, because that was another detail.
Up already.
So here's another detail, right? The LA Clippers have 0 first-round picks until 2027.
Yeah. I know, so they're pretty locked.
You gave
in.
everything.
Yeah, like their
Paul.
next first-round pick is in 6th grade right now.
So the only thing you can do is keep Paul or trade him. Paul's got to be the piece to move.
You think so?
Has to be. It's nobody else.
How much do you think his value diminished though? Because he played like shit.
I mean, his value diminishes, but he's still a good player. There'll be teams that'll pick him up.
And he's like a leader, and like teams can like rally around him.
Oh yeah, I mean,
they gotta trade him, bro.
Any team would be happy to have Paul George, but Paul George trying to get a ring, so I don't think he's trying to go nowhere.
Right.
But that's the concept of a trade, though, is he doesn't have a choice.
Yeah, but I mean, he's put himself in a position to where you're not going to trade me.
It's true. Well, right. Also, here's the thing too, right? Well, here's the thing too, right? Him and Kawhi both only have 1 year left on their deals.
Right.
Like, well, it's kind of like when Kawhi went to Toronto, right?
They'll have the option.
Right. Well, yeah, but you get it.
Yeah.
So like,
what is Kawhi gonna leave all the time? Like,
where does he go?
And then he just looks like he just bounces from team to team at this point.
Does he go back to Toronto?
Does he stay with?
He stays in LA.
He has to
so
stay.
He's just there now.
He's stuck now. He's stuck.
I mean, you can't run from your problems.
Yeah, he's stuck.
You got to play through this.
Bro, it's only a couple more years. LeBron ain't gonna play for forever. I give LeBron like 5 more years. LeBron to play to like.
How old is Kawhi now?
21, 22 years, something like that.
Maybe almost 30.
He's that old already?
Yeah, I think he's 28.
What's considered your prime in the NBA nowadays?
Probably like 28
LeBron's
to like
making your
30.
prime as long as you get hoop is your prime.
Well, on a regular basis.
I would say like
on a regular basis,
26.
Do you think Kawhi could follow in those footsteps?
26 to like 30, and I don't think Kawhi can follow.
So you think Kawhi's gonna start falling off?
Kawhi's already falling off to me because his fucking knee.
He load manages. I don't think
he does too much. He's not conditioned enough.
Yeah. Say that again.
He can't play into his 40s.
Okay, it's not gonna happen.
Do you think the calculated load management could result in his prime lasting longer?
No, it's gonna result in it lasting shorter.
See, I don't think so.
I think the whole point of load management is, I mean, if you're somebody who's physically active, then you kind of understand the value of resting.
Right.
But do you understand the value of resting too much?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why
well, in that case, there would be no value in resting too much.
They got to manage
the detriment.
So this is the problem. Kawhi only played 32 minutes throughout the season. He played 38 in the playoffs.
He averaged
38 minutes.
Right.
He's only averaged 32.
Right.
So that means he's playing 6 extra minutes. He has no idea what the fuck that's like, and he's doing it in the Denver series and getting torched every fourth quarter. Like, what are we doing? Like,
so you would argue that, like, for conditioning purposes, they should just play like all.
Kawhi needs to stop being a bitch at this point. He has to play. Kawhi needs to literally play 70 games in a season.
What do you think, Isaiah?
Nah, Kawhi's definitely like, all right. All this, like, he's conditioned. This is what he does, bro. Like, none of that shit was a problem. They didn't lose those games because of Kawhi Leonard, bro. Let me just start off by saying that.
Okay, so partially?
Not even partially.
I think Damian goes in really hard on Kawhi Leonard because he's compared to LeBron.
I am, because he's been the best player supposedly for like the last 2 years.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I think when it comes down to what Kawhi did last year.
See, that's what I was saying.
You gotta give him his respect, especially when LeBron didn't make the playoffs.
Because he also got hurt throughout that season. But
whatever
also,
the reason may be.
Okay, right.
When he get hurt,
but so that's all it is, are like reasons.
Yeah, whatever the reason may be, This guy went to the championship.
Right.
He carried a team.
That never won one before.
He carried his team.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So
and
Siakam,
I think that's an important detail.
Siakam wasn't already looking good as fuck.
Siakam was on the come up, and then he went to LA. They had a rough year. I think everybody had a rough year.
Shit, for real.
He's physically ready to go.
Okay.
Paul George hits like 5 more shots a game. They win all those games.
It is true though.
So
or not even, right? Not even 5 more shots. If he just misses 5 less.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like if he just makes 5 of those that he misses, like you're good.
So a couple questions. Kawhi's Game 7 shot over Embiid was like the most ridiculous, luckiest shot I've ever seen in basketball history ever. And then on top of that,
he made it,
right?
Though.
He made it. On top of that, would Kawhi have beat Golden State, the same team LeBron played the year before?
I mean, that's not relevant though.
That is relevant.
I don't think
though.
so, man. Because everyone
makes a huge deal.
That's a whataboutism, man.
You know
like,
why
that's
it
not
is?
Because it's not what happened,
bro. So I just wanted to say this.
Hold on, bro.
Kawhi,
bro.
You can only play who's in front of you.
He beat a hurt Golden State team.
All right. But
like,
we can say the same shit next year,
bro.
He beat LeBron in the playoffs,
right?
So that's that. If you want to
give
it me versus him, then we can go straight to the film.
Right.
He
locked Bron up.
Hold on. He beat LeBron. Name me the rest of his team who really beat Bron. Because Kawhi didn't.
Well, that's weird because
they put Bron on.
He locked Bron up, and LeBron still averaged 25, 7, and 6,
and lost.
How is that a lockup?
It doesn't matter what your stats are.
How is that a lockup?
When you're LeBron and you average 25, like, come on, dog. You're not talking to me. LeBron does scary things in his career. 25, that's not impressive.
Not for him.
That's what I'm saying.
So Kawhi deserved Finals MVP that year.
He
had a cold ass Tim Duncan, a cold ass Tony Parker, and a cold ass Manu.
But he's the Finals MVP, so I think they're saying that he played better than all of them.
He didn't like that.
and he did slam.
He did not shut down.
Yeah,
he slammed that shit on your head,
bro.
He got that chip against LeBron, so he got a chip against LeBron.
Okay.
That's
bro, but he didn't. He had a whole squad.
That's the MVP. He was the most valuable player.
Oh my god. Okay.
He literally got all the strikes.
LeBron was an underdog. LeBron was an underdog.
What am I hearing?
So I'm okay with that. But you can say
LeBron
that,
and D Wade and Chris Bosh were underdogs.
To the Spurs, bro. Put on everything.
I don't know about that.
Let's go look up all of LeBron's finals, which is why I don't talk about them. Because if people really looked into it, the only time LeBron was not an underdog was when he played Dallas. So I'll take that blemish all day. He choked. He fucked up. He should have won that one. Yeah, but everybody else he played, he was a underdog.
I don't even think he choked. I think Dirk evolved into like a new
they just lost, right?
person.
So I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day, bro. LeBron is done.
LeBron
crazy
is all
shit.
time great, but if we talking about like,
dude, thank you.
Kawhi did not like.
Oh, thank you for saying that.
If we talking about Kawhi versus LeBron, then I'm gonna say
Kawhi's
right
not better
now today.
Right,
Kawhi give that man.
Yes,
problems.
thank you.
No, he's
thank
not.
You. Damian has a really bad habit of like comparing like LeBron's entire career.
Yeah, I mean,
and like I respect it, but like that's not where we are.
I'm not comparing the career.
Cleveland LeBron was crazy. Miami LeBron's crazy, of course. Kawhi not holding that man.
All I'm saying,
but he kind of did hold him in Miami. And he was fun to hold him this year, but they didn't get the chance.
Okay, and that's LeBron's fault.
So here's another thing about that,
and that's LeBron's fault, though.
That's not LeBron's fault.
Oh, but that's what everybody is making it to be.
No, but here's something we did discuss, though. Do you think that the Clippers played down to their opposition?
No.
I think
I could tell you.
Because Pittsburgh's bad about doing that, too.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh will lose to the Jets and then beat the Patriots like the next week.
Yeah,
like they're dumb as fuck about it.
I think it was just one of them things where they were kind of designed to defeat the Lakers,
and then they didn't get to the Lakers.
And then like if they got there, there'd be problems. But
you think so?
Because they were designed.
Right, like that's what it was all about.
But they weren't designed to face. Which I doubt they could. They probably wouldn't have beat the Lakers if they couldn't lock Jokic.
They wouldn't have.
But
they let Murray kill them.
It was a coaching issue.
Murray's like good, bro.
But they
give him some fucking respect.
Jokic looked like Wilt. They series, bro.
Jokic is also extremely talented.
You can't just guard me, bro. We got like 5 dudes that can guard him. Like, what is we talking about? That's what people didn't understand. Clippers would, bro. Look, I'm telling you, your boy was gassed. You say that he had condition and go back and watch them games. Kawhi was tired, dog.
Yeah, buckets.
Kawhi was tired, bro.
They're all
when
tired.
He got over like 33 minutes, Kawhi was
They're all
gone,
tired.
bro. Paul George.
Playoffs.
Everybody want to talk shit about Paul George. Everybody know Paul George come up small in the playoffs.
Paul George played
Nothing
bad.
was changing just because he joined Kawhi. So this is on Kawhi, bro, who had a 16-point lead, a 19-point lead, and a 12-point lead in the second half to win a game to be facing LeBron and be called the best. Kawhi let that shit slide, bro. The fact that we're saying like we're not gonna talk about Kawhi, we're gonna talk about everybody else is fucked up. Because if LeBron,
I don't think anyone's saying don't talk about like Kawhi, but I think
everybody's just like, bro, he's not ready, bro.
Kawhi, you could say Kawhi could have done more, but at the end of the day, if you look at the situation, you're not gonna say, Kawhi's our problem. They're like, all right,
Kawhi's not a leader yet. I don't think.
Well, I will say this: Kawhi did have a couple of extremely unimpressive.
Kawhi is nasty as fuck. But Kawhi, I think I'm being honest with this, bro. His knee is just fucked off, bro.
His knee. What's wrong with his knee?
He just won a chip last year.
Yeah,
bro. On a team that he did not lead, on a team that was already good before he got there.
He argues that was Siakam's team.
The same shit he did with the Spurs.
He literally forced the ball in the fucking hole with his mind.
So this is what I'm telling you.
Just to get them into the.
So check this.
He said,
Jedi mind tricks, bro.
God, and then played a hurt ass Golden State team with no Durant, bro. And then Clay gets hurt in game 6. Like, so what are we talking about?
All right, so Durant tried to play that series,
right, and re-hurt himself. And come on, bro.
So that's on KD. The same way you not playing Kawhi this year is not on LeBron. That's not on Kawhi.
That's a good point.
Okay, it's not. But the thing is,
Clay gets hurt because Clay's trying to make plays, and you get hurt.
But we can't say, Kawhi's just unstoppable, bro. He beat that Golden State team that LeBron couldn't beat. What? LeBron didn't play that same. Bro,
I don't think anyone's saying that.
Bro, that is exact.
Look at what Toronto's
Go look up the stuff from last year, bro. I watched
the last 10 years of Toronto. Bro. And all they did was take one player off and replace him with
Exactly.
And that was it. And then they won a ship.
Exactly.
The first ship ever.
Bro, is that not the smartest move ever?
Dude, Vince Carter could have.
So what I'm saying
Vince Carter never won them a ship.
So this is the difference. Kawhi did not lead the Spurs. He did not lead Toronto.
I mean, you can say that. He didn't lead the Spurs.
At all. And he did not lead Toronto.
But
that was Kyle Lowry's team. That was Kyle Lowry's team.
I would say he led them through consistent play. Bro.
No, bro. He was not the leader.
He might not be the vocal leader, and I don't think.
Right. He was reliable.
Okay, so now.
Consistent.
So now he's with the Clippers. He is the leader. He's the guy who needs to talk to people and say something. Because ain't nobody listening to Paul George. We done seen the reports already. Players just talking back to Paul George and said that they're even better than him. There's been role players that said they better than him.
I know, and it's fair for them to think that.
So is Kawhi gonna do something?
I mean, Kawhi's not the coach of the team. I don't think it's necessarily his job to talk to these guys.
So they gonna keep losing then, bro. Like, what are we doing?
Do you think the team right now, like with a new head coach, is capable of winning a championship?
Yes.
Nope.
They can.
Nope.
They could lose a few of those guys and still win a chip.
They don't even like each other, though.
Do you think they will?
They don't like each other.
Because I know a lot of guys' contracts are coming up, right?
It could happen any way, any variation. They're still competitors.
What do you think is necessary for them to be able to maintain that status? Like, who do they need to keep?
You got to blow it up.
You just keep Kawhi
and Paul George.
You keep Kawhi, and then you could do literally anything, in my opinion, with anybody. But
I kind of respect it.
I would keep almost everybody, and I would run it back. Same team.
I'd run it back too.
So just keep it.
I'd run it back same team if I could.
So on top of running it back on the same team, we had Montrezl get into it with Paul George and say, bro, like blah blah blah, right? Yeah. Now we just had Kawhi's trainer about 2-3 days ago come out and say Montrezl and Paul George whack as fuck.
Like talking shit?
Talking shit.
Yeah, they're saying
about Kawhi?
About Montrezl Harrell and Paul George, Kawhi's trainer.
Like, are they talking shit about Kawhi, though? Like, is that what the report was? Because I didn't see this report.
The report is the trainers talking shit about Paul George and Montrezl.
Oh, yikes. Okay.
Right. And so we're supposed to keep this team together? Like, bro. And Montrezl is a free agent this year. He can go wherever he wants to. So I think they bring it back, bro. They're just going to shoot themselves in the foot again. And they were just overhyped from the get-go. People need to chill on Kawhi and let him build his resume a little bit harder. Because we're talking about a guy who's played like 8 years to a dude who's played like 20. And so, like, you can't start mixing up stuff, bro. Like,
no, I mean, they're playing at the same time.
You still got to stay in your same lane, though. Kawhi has a much more to do. Like, the only dude is Kevin Durant.
Right.
It's not an all-time list.
Right. Thank you. Oh.
But, so we're talking, okay, so right now, you think Kawhi's better than LeBron?
Yes.
Right now.
Yes.
All right.
No, he's not.
I'm gonna say right now. No, today, he's not.
right now.
I will take LeBron.
Thank you.
But I'm saying, like,
Thank
last
you.
year, Kawhi was the best player in the league.
So this is what sucked about it. We had to get to the playoffs.
And Kawhi was
to see so much stuff happen for people to start saying, like, well, damn, maybe LeBron is still better than this nigga. Like, it should have took that. You should already know from the – you could –
all right,
like,
well, let me clarify. LeBron – all right, Kawhi's not playing with AD.
Dude.
But –
thank you.
But, okay, so who has the better team, though?
Bro, I'll average 10 assists with AD on my team.
Bro.
Yes, thank you.
Who has the better team?
I would say
Kawhi by far has the better team.
Better team? I don't know.
So, bro.
LeBron and AD.
The point you're going to make, though, is my point that I've been making. No, hold on, bro.
LeBron and AD.
What you're going to say is what I've been saying all year. But everybody decided to say, that ain't nothing, bro. It's the Clippers. Kawhi got, like, on deck all the dogs, bro. They're going to mop this guy.
I know they try to build a narrative. That's what the media does.
Right.
We're just talking basketball.
Thank you.
I'm saying
yes.
I'm saying if you want to talk real dogs, look at Dwight Howard, man.
Exactly.
People, those look like tough guys.
LeBron got a squad, bro.
Exactly. And LeBron gonna win with a squad every time.
Every time.
Now,
every
you
time.
take LeBron off that roster and put Kawhi, that's still a ring.
You think so?
That's still a ring.
So if you put LeBron on Clippers, do they get past Denver?
I don't think so.
Probably that's why it gets weird because y'all are basically saying, well, then if Kawhi and his situation do the same thing, but LeBron and Kawhi's situation wouldn't. But how many situations LeBron been in where Jordan probably couldn't even
have
deal
a
with
similar
LeBron
impact on the game.
They're very similar players.
Oh,
I mean,
they are.
LeBron's a better passer.
I think
that's
Kawhi is really good.
I agree.
But
Kawhi
plays better defense.
And
does
that
he?
too.
They both
Does he?
Don't say that.
Oh, hold on.
Don't
Murray
do
torched
that,
the fuck out of him. Look, guys, I'm going off of facts right now,
don't
okay?
do that.
I don't know if y'all are going off of the season. I'm going off of these playoffs. When Kawhi was playing more minutes than he's ever played and was looking dog ass. And Murray was killing Kawhi. And then so Paul George would be like, let me get him. Murray was killing Paul George. Huh?
Could LeBron stop Murray?
Yeah, he did.
I don't think so.
He did. It happened in a game.
Himself.
I'm telling you, watch the games, bro. I watched them. He stopped him.
One game.
Well, hold on.
Out of 5?
Bro.
You're talking about LeBron?
Yeah. On Jamal Murray.
When they put
he locked him up.
Yeah, so
he locked him up.
He did lock the door on his ass.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bro, Kawhi got shitted on. Paul George got shitted on. So let's just
I don't use the word shitted on. Jamal Murray's a player that could score at will.
Yeah, against anybody. I would
just
argue.
like Kyrie Irving's an automatic buck. No matter how good you lock him, he's still
Donovan
gonna hit
Mitchell.
shots. But
bro,
LeBron did lock his ass. I won't care.
Thank you.
But that don't mean Kawhi got shit on.
Thank you.
That just means
locked him.
Yeah.
There's one play that maybe you can debate that was a foul. But other than that, lock mode.
I mean, he hit that nasty reversal on LeBron and shit too, so things still happened out there.
But I mean, what did LeBron do last night?
I mean, he locked him.
He came out or not last night, but 2 nights ago, he just came out and crushed it. He crushed him.
I know, triple-double.
He crushed him.
Causing trouble.
16 points in the fourth quarter. Bro, you can have it anyway. Jumper, fadeaway, jumper, three-pointer, what you want. It was over with, bro.
I know, it's been over.
Go. Kawhi is not there yet, man. He will be, though. But I do like that you like Kawhi, too, because a lot of people love Kawhi.
I don't think it's I think it's just respect.
I think Kawhi is good. I would never take that away from him.
It doesn't
he is
sound
not
like
better than LeBron, though. No, so the argument is he's not better than LeBron. He is good, though.
I think he is right now.
He's not better than LeBron, though.
But
no,
next year you'll see some
we'll see.
That's what I think. Yeah,
so, like I said, your dude needs to start playing. My dude is at almost 60,000 plus minutes for his career and still balling.
We're not talking about that, though.
So your dude low manages, though, and all he can do is two points in the fourth quarter to win a game?
The league, he didn't have to go to college, so he going to have minutes. But, I mean...
So your dude, who's better in a fourth quarter to close out. Now you've already gave the other team 2 games. Now it's 3-3. We're in the fourth quarter. 2 points is all you got for me? But you the best dude in the league right now. If Durant wasn't hurt, what a lot of people say.
Yeah, so, I think that's a good argument.
And so another thing we still also want to say is, well, Paul George was trash too. Paul George always been trash, bro. If you look at Paul George's whole stats, bro, on closeout games, he's like
not trash.
Garbage.
He's not trash.
He doesn't play well in the playoffs,
bro. Paul George in the playoffs.
Well, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, but I'm
trash.
saying that was. You've only seen that from the perspective of him being a number 1 option.
I'm seeing it as
He's
Kawhi.
not a number 1 option now, and those are different kind of baskets.
I respect it.
Kawhi has to win that, bro.
If you're a number 2 option, all you got to do is take spot-up jumpers, be a good shooter,
right?
Contribute. Pretty much just play as good as you used to play as a number 1 option, except you're the number 2, so somebody else will be playing better.
So what do you have to do as a number 1 option?
You go out there and make plays.
Right. Kawhi was not making none, bro. For the last 3 games of that series, Kawhi made none.
Because he has no number 2.
Bro, he doesn't need one, though. He's the best player. So
you're saying Paul George is like a number 3? He doesn't need one.
I'm saying Paul George is not playing like a number 2. And that's
so they're trying to play like 2 number 1s, is what you're saying.
I can say that, but
Kawhi's going to drop 30 if Kawhi wants to drop 30. But it's easier to drop 30 when your number 2 is dropping 20.
That's true.
And freeing up space on the court.
True.
And making it easier instead of having them build a wall against Kawhi, because fuck Paul George going to do.
Okay, so then what happens if you have a lead by 16, then 19, then 12, and you lose all those games going into the second half? Like, so who do we really put that on? Yeah, it gotta go on Kawhi, bro. Yeah, or Doc. That's it, bro.
It is on Doc for one.
But it gotta go. That's it.
I think Doc. Here's the thing: him getting dropped,
you're unstoppable.
I think Doc getting dropped is a bigger deal than a lot of people think.
I know, because all you need is a coach that says, what kind of lineup is necessary for this, instead of running the fucking lineup the media has been talking about all year in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Like, come on, bro. They don't sit here and let Jokic dot them up and Jamal Murray score. No, these guys can play ball, but they have no
toasting.
They don't have that playoff experience. They don't have no finals experience.
Toasting.
It just don't make sense. Paul George plays slightly better. They win that series. If Doc has some sense,
bro,
they closed the series.
I think if Kawhi has more than whatever he had them last 2 games, bro, they win. If he just comes out and scores
if he drops 40 and does his job plus a part of Paul George,
even 35. I think even 35.
But we just want Paul George to contribute those points.
But you do, but at the same time, Kawhi's your guy. Nobody can stop his mid range. Nobody can stop this. Nobody can stop that. Well, then Kawhi just go out and kill him then.
Yes, but I'm saying when other players aren't contributing,
it makes it a little harder.
The focus is only on Kawhi.
It should be, though, because, bro, if you have a cushion of a lead.
But I think the big part of that argument right now is that, LeBron is getting that contribution. So, that argument's hard to make when Kawhi's not getting the same support.
I'm saying. They're freeing up space for that guy.
Because they got to respect AD.
LeBron has never been getting a contribution.
Not only with one man either. They got to get, double team respect.
But that's not fair. LeBron has not been getting contributions his whole career, but we've always held him to the same standard.
But I can tell you that LeBron
But we're talking. You just said that's what we're talking about with Kawhi.
We're talking about right now.
LeBron in his career has no contributions.
Bro, he has had some, but people seem like his whole 17 years, bro, he had people. He didn't start getting people until after 8 years, bro. I watched him.
That's true.
He never got a ring on his own. He got a ring with Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. Kyrie Irving closed out that game.
And Kevin Love.
Hold on. Name me a player who has got a ring on his own. Name me one player who has.
One player who's got a ring on
his own, bro.
I mean, technically they're all teams.
No one.
So I guess
LeBron was with Cleveland for 8 years, my dude, with Ilgauskas and Mo Williams and Delonte West.
He didn't win with those
Danielle Marshall. I'm naming players that Heston don't even know.
I don't know them.
Yeah. Exactly. But you see what I'm saying?
But it's
come on, bro.
Kyrie Irving closed that game out. Also, he was dropping.
That's true, though.
He was dropping 30 and 40 a night next to LeBron.
It's true.
Okay, we can't double LeBron. Can't double Kyrie.
Right.
We got Kevin Love knocking down jumpers.
But that's supposed to happen, though. That's supposed to happen. You're supposed to have a team like that.
Nobody is respectable on the Clippers at the moment because they're not playing as a team.
What?
So they're just
hold on. So we wasn't respecting Kawhi. We wasn't respecting Paul George. We wasn't respecting Harold, Lou Will,
when Paul
Pat
George is
Bev.
dropping less than 15, you don't respect his shot.
Right.
Bro,
I'm saying you don't have to defend a guy shooting 20%.
No, you don't.
Okay.
You just let him shoot.
So who should have won, bro? Should the Clippers have played the Lakers in the conference finals? Is what I'm asking.
Yes.
So. Are we just making excuses as to why they didn't, or what are we doing?
A little bit, but we're also being observational.
I mean,
I'm just telling you why they lost because there's reasons.
They have Kawhi though, who you just said at some point in time was the best player in the league.
But we also agreed that Lou Williams, Kawhi has to do what Lou says.
Bro, look.
I just think there's, I think there's a lot that didn't happen for the Clippers that really, put a fucking lock.
Bro.
On Kawhi, because Kawhi was the only operating He's the only sniper out there getting it, and they put all their focus on him, bro. Simple as that.
Bro, so I would.
He does feel like one of the only real.
I'd be able to
there.
get with that if it wasn't 3-1, bro, and Denver didn't just come back and smash them.
Yeah, I know, because they're still a hooping team, and, and they blew it, and that's what Doc Rivers do. As a coach that has done this for the third time,
come on, bro.
Lead.
But is it really Doc's fault? I mean, Kawhi and
Paul
George
Falcons.
were ass. You admitted it. We all admitted that everybody sucked on the team. Is that like Doc's fault because he's not like helping them make the actual shots? I mean,
he's not putting them in position to be effective, and he's not putting them in a position to hold the lead.
It's just, I'm telling y'all, bro, the players, they low manage too much. They gotta play fuller seasons, bro, and that camaraderie and all that little stuff they was asking about comes when you actually play with each other the whole time. Like, but yeah, I definitely feel your take. I actually appreciate it. I think that it's love that you're like, yes, bro, Kawhi can't get with LeBron. I mean, I think that he definitely can in a sense that LeBron's almost in like his 20th season in a couple years, but I don't think he's better than him. LeBron just showed us defense. When he wants to play it, he can play it. And LeBron just dropped like a 40-point triple-double that he made look easy as hell. And Kawhi struggled against that same team, so. Yeah.
Did y'all see that the Lakers presented a case to the league office that LeBron James wasn't getting enough free throws?
No.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, how else would you feel about it? So.
Well, I'm curious. Like, do you agree?
Yeah.
It's the only way to go about it.
Do you know why they're doing? Do you know why that is?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the game before, Jamal Murray complained the same way. They just didn't submit video evidence.
Oh no. And like, why did like? Do you think that the reason why LeBron's not getting enough free throws has to do anything with like his status and like who he is, or like why do you think it is?
He's too big.
They just always call the game like that against him.
He's too big, bro.
Because he's big.
Yeah.
It would be hard to call everything when he plays so physical.
Right.
So
some stuff doesn't.
So how do you feel that goes? Because like you have different like refs and like ref crews and stuff, right? It's like different crews call different things, just like in football. So like how do you feel about that? Like, do you think them submitting this could result in LeBron getting more calls in the finals?
I mean,
no.
Because I feel like in the finals, that's when they let him play more than anything. Like,
I don't. It'll be the same.
I think they're just gonna call the game pretty decent.
Right.
I don't know how to say it. They just gonna
decent or fair?
It'll be fair. It won't be biased.
But I mean, I would say.
Do you think there is any bias towards LeBron?
I feel like sometimes calling the game fair is not giving LeBron every foul he's gonna get for the play style he plays. So
you think a little bit of balance is what makes it fair?
I think they gotta let some shit slide because they're like, dude, this guy's.
I think
this guy's engaging in contact, on purpose, and they can't call everything. But any foul that really interrupts a real shot,
like egregious.
Yeah, like I'm saying, a foul's a foul, but
like they smack his wrist or some shit.
If it's pretty, a small foul is just not necessary to call.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of respect. I do kind of like that let them play mentality. Like when it comes to like most sports, like I get that like we have the rules in place, like they need to be followed for certain circumstances. But more times than not, like even if it's against my team or not, I do feel that the sport is better if you just let them play.
Yeah, that's like football. You basically can't even play actual football anymore.
Yeah, like there's holding on every single play, but like the refs just choose like when it's bad enough to call it.
Exactly.
Right. I respect that. Okay.
Exactly.
Did y'all see that Billy Donovan agreed to become the next head coach of the Bulls?
Sure did.
Which me and Damian think is a big deal because we agreed that Billy Donovan should have gotten coach of the year.
I really do think he should have.
He's the head coach of the Thunder.
Yeah.
That's his subject, the NBA stuff.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Can you say it one more time?
Billy Donovan, he's the head coach for the Bulls now.
Oh, yeah, I just heard about this on my Twitter.
Why do you think he picked the Bulls? I feel like everyone that goes there ends up just losing all over again.
The Bulls are okay.
They're like the Suns or like the Nets.
Bulls have an alright squad though, and they're in the East.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
They have a squad?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
But here's the thing, man. You always say like, oh, they're in the East,
bro,
right?
They got marketing.
Huh?
They just gotta grow.
I don't think it's that competitive though.
Yeah, but Damian always says like, oh, they're in the East. But for me, I'm like, don't you want ships though? Like that's what we're trying to do, right?
So I'm saying in the East, they're a good enough team to make the playoffs.
Right.
They could be a Miami Heat in like 2 or 3 years. with their team. Be like a 5th seed to make the finals. Like shit
That's
like
a
that.
bold
That's what
statement.
happens on the East because they say the East is weak, but they also say the West is weak now. So I mean, whatever, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think Doc Rivers goes somewhere else?
Yeah, for sure.
if
You think so?
Yeah.
he's still
Just off of like
hire him.
coaching experience?
Somebody
Yeah.
hire him.
I mean, losing 3-1 again is pretty rough, don't you think?
I mean, if he wants to coach, then I'm sure he'll become a coach because there's plenty of opportunities out there right now in the NBA.
I think he should just retire.
You think head coach or like assistant?
Nah, he'll head coach, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he's
Wow.
gonna coach, he'll probably a coach.
he should retire.
That must
though.
be kind of nice. I wish I could just like get fired from my job and then
He should
immediately
retire.
work somewhere
I
else.
think
Same
he's
job, different.
Yeah,
company.
right, yeah.
he's best off retiring. I say.
I mean, if that's what he wants.
That's not what he
mean,
wants,
I
though.
would
You
keep
know
going
that.
for chips.
I mean,
It sucks he got fired because I know he felt like he probably could have, got it done with one more year. But
yeah.
I feel like 1 year with a new roster is still hard,
I
even
don't.
if it's Kawhi.
I don't.
But I mean, the
I
Raptors
don't.
did it.
I feel
Not if it's that
sports
roster.
I feel like sports.
not if it's that
don't
roster.
invest in
No.
shit now. Like
Nope.
there's no.
I feel
There's not as much time to get it together as there used to be.
yeah. Well, there's not enough. There's not the same tolerance.
I know
No,
you
The
fucking
time
get
is still
out.
the same, but organizations don't have the same
That
patience.
was all their fault, bro. I'm telling you, this is all their fault.
Hey, I knew they was gonna let Doc go. I ain't even mad at him. Maybe Doc will go somewhere cool.
He had to go.
76ers or something.
That'd be cool.
Nah, they said they want to get D'Antoni, and that's how they saying that Harden could probably go there. I'm telling you, bro.
Nasty.
Yeah,
That could work.
exactly, bro.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
that
saying,
would-
bro.
that-
I'm telling
whoa.
you. I'm telling
I
you.
didn't think about that at all.
That's what I was saying. Harden to 76ers,
Whoa.
bro. I'm telling you, it's
that
like
would be
a
nutty.
real thing.
That
'cause
would be
they-
spooky.
They're looking at D'Antoni
Yeah, it'd
as
be
their
fun.
next coach.
Yeah, it would be fun.
And
It'd be a lot
D'Antoni
of
was
fun.
an
to
assistant
watch.
coach there in prior years, so they
Ooh.
like want him to come. Like,
Damn.
I don't
low-key.
know. Like I said, they're gonna have to give up something serious for James.
Bro, no, you don't. All you gotta do is give up. To me, I give up Ben Simmons
That's a lot.
and a pick.
Not if you're
That's
getting
a
hard,
lot.
Bro, not if you're getting Harden.
Not if you're getting Harden.
Ben Simmons
Ben Simmons
is
generational
bro. Harden
talent.
is Ben Simmons with
Is
the
he?
3.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
He
What?
is.
He said he's generational talent.
Who?
Ben
Simmons.
Simmons.
He got to learn how to shoot first for me, bro. He cannot shoot. All he can do is
Yeah, he
drive
can't
and pass
shoot.
the ball.
Well, he drives like a monster. He can slam that shit like crazy, and he has amazing passing skills.
I'm okay with that. My favorite player does both of those extremely well, so I'm good. Ben got to do more for me. Like I like Harden only because Harden I know can shoot probably the best that I've ever
I
seen.
know, but
since-
James Harden's game is way easier to mimic or learn
guard.
That's true though.
than Ben Simmons is.
Well, look at
physically
Trae Young.
capable of. That's what
Bro,
I'm saying.
Ben got to get a
Basically
shot or
what it is,
something.
or
though.
Dame Lillard.
Huh?
Nah, Trey Young's about to fucking pop the fuck off.
Yeah, he
Everybody
is.
knows all he can do is shoot threes, but
Devin
I guarantee Trey Young is about to be on some Steph Curry shit. I'm telling y'all right now.
He
bro.
already is.
You are,
No, I'm talking about
Luka's
it's going
gonna
to
be the
be
best
like
player in the
Luka
league
is
soon.
going to be the best player in the league.
Luka by far is going to be the best player in the league. I've already like put this shit
Yeah,
on my shit a
we
long
both
time
already
ago.
agreed on that. With,
I said as
without
soon as
question.
LeBron retires, Luka Doncic is going to
Do
be
you
my
think
favorite
without
player.
any altercations
Easily.
that the Mavericks could win with their current roster of finals?
yeah, they could have did it this year.
If Porzingis
They
didn't
could
get
have,
hurt, bro, they
right?
would have dusted the
Dude,
Clippers
they beat-
earlier.
hey, they beat
and
the
I really
Clippers
would have
in
been
the
talking
first
shit about
round.
Kawhi.
No,
Oh,
the
you're
Clip-
lucky,
But
bro.
the Mavs are a real team that's capable. I mean, you can see the same way the Mavs were giving it to them is the same way.
Easy.
They had Luka getting nasty
Easy.
at the point guard position.
Ugh,
And then they
bro.
had their power forward, Porzingis getting nasty.
Porzingis was
Same
dicking
way
them.
Jamal Murray played point guard and,
Oh
and
my
Jokic
God,
played power forward.
bro.
And they just got
It's
busy.
the same matchups.
They weren't ready for that size
But
matchup.
but that's weird because y'all are training. Y'all built y'all's team for a guard, a big guard, and a big. But y'all are losing two guards
train-
and bigs.
they train
Bro.
to be LeBron and AD. That's
What?
It. They train to be LeBron and
Okay,
AD.
so it's Jokic and AD's game.
Let me tell you
What
this,
are the
Kawhi
differences?
will lock LeBron.
No,
I mean
he will
lock
not. What is lock though? Like, what do you consider lock?
LeBron. Lock is LeBron lead the game with like 20 points and he couldn't really make shit happen at will. That's locking LeBron. And if LeBron has that game, then they lose that series.
So you think the Clippers would have beat the Lakers in 7,
I do
or like
think-
in a 7-game
It
series?
would have
Yeah.
been competitive.
Yeah. I had the Clippers over the Lakers in the series.
Who would have guarded AD?
Who would have guarded AD?
Yeah.
Montrezl Harrell. Yeah.
Who couldn't stop Jokic?
Jokic could pass.
Jokic
AD
killed
can't.
Montrez, bro.
I know he was passing, and he's more of a triple threat the way he could, shoot, drive, and pass. AD, I just got to worry about him getting to a spot, trying to make a play on the block, trying to take a jumper. He barely going to try to beat you off the dribble. Jokic was making a nasty assist, opening up teammates.
I want Clippers back.
I hope y'all play the Clippers next year.
I do too.
That'll really upset y'all.
I do too.
Yeah.
Because I want this same energy. Because everybody was on Kawhi's the greatest, and now nobody talking about it.
I'm still talking about it.
People's on Giannis the greatest. Ain't nobody talking about that no more either.
I respect it. Okay, let's move on. Did y'all see that Conor McGregor is going to fight Manny Pacquiao?
I thought Manny Pacquiao was about to fight Jake Paul.
No, that's Floyd Mayweather.
Or Paul Logan, I mean.
Logan Paul.
Or there you go.
Yeah,
George Paul.
Yeah.
No.
George Paul.
No, yeah, so Conor McGregor is going to fight Manny Pacquiao, and I don't know if y'all saw this, but McGregor, he also posted like a bunch of personal IMs between him and Dana White about how like Conor McGregor was trying to get scheduled for like multiple fights this year, but like they couldn't make it happen early enough, and that's why he retired. So Conor McGregor didn't retire because he didn't want to fight anymore. He retired in retaliation against the UFC because Dana White couldn't get him fights.
Well, he's done this like 3 times now.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and this also just proves like the moment he retired, we all knew he was going to come back, right?
Yeah.
So like after this thing with Manny Pacquiao where he's going to make a stupid amount of money, he's just going to go back to the UFC once he's able to get the fights that he wants.
Yeah.
Why is he going to fight Manny?
Well, I think they're doing it
Floyd
for
again.
charity.
Is it for charity?
Well,
oh, that
I
makes me
know-
feel even better. That's
I know
cool.
Manny is giving all of the money away, his money away.
Manny is?
Yeah.
I mean, he's done that before, hasn't he?
I think
So,
so, yeah, but he's doing
Manny's going to beat his ass, dog.
it. Yeah, that's what I think too.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
Bro, like,
Manny
so.
legit
Bro,
will beat it.
so
Well,
look,
I'll tell you this.
I'll be
It'll
real-
be better than the Mayweather fight.
Floyd.
There'll be some contact in
Hold
this
on,
one.
though. Hold on, though. So I watched that fight, too. Floyd started whipping his ass. Like, Floyd was about to start beating the fuck out of him, and then the ref kind of did whatever. Manny, off the rip, though, was going to, like, beat the shit out this dude.
I don't know.
Do you think that with that kind of approach, though, McGregor could, like...
McGregor gave
No.
Mayweather a tougher fight than Pacquiao did.
Bro, I'm telling you,
Yikes.
I feel like...
He hit him more times.
I
Look it up.
think... So, I would pick Floyd over Manny, but I think in this fight, Manny will destroy him
Yeah,
way
Manny's
worse
gonna
than
win.
Floyd
There's
could
no
have.
doubt.
Manny's going to beat the shit out of him, dog.
It doesn't mean anything, though, really, right?
Connor's just...
No, it doesn't
This is
count.
it's a publicity thing. It's like an exhibition match.
He just wants the money.
Manny about to
I
whoop
bet
his
you
ass,
Conor
bro.
will
You think
knock
Conor
this
gonna
guy
slide?
I hope
out.
Conor wins.
Bro, if Conor, if he slides Manny, I'd be like, don't
We'll watch
nobody
it.
ever talk to me about Manny
We'll watch
better
it.
than Floyd ever.
That'll be fun.
If Conor
We'll
come
get
out
fucked
and
up
beat
and we'll watch it.
and beat his ass, bro, I don't ever want to hear a Floyd Manny comparison if that happens.
True
but
that. And did you see that? Did you see that John Jones made a post on
Yeah.
social talking
Yep.
about how funny it would be if he came back to just win his belt
Yeah,
back?
he said, "Would y'all be salty
For what, like the fourth
if I
time
came
now
back
or
and
some shit?
if I came back and got my belt?"
And
I
how
wouldn't.
many of us doubt that he couldn't do it? Like he would,
I-
right?
I
He'd beat
mean-
Young. He'd beat that guy.
He would just walk in and beat his ass, right?
He'd smash
He's not
anybody.
going to do
bro.
it, though. He said he's focusing on new things now.
Oh, so you legit was just joking?
Yeah, he's just messing
Oh, I
around.
thought he was serious. I thought he was
No.
like, all right, well, it's time.
He's going to go to heavyweight, so we'll see what happens.
He's what?
He's going to heavyweight. Like,
Oh, so he's coming back, though.
Yeah. He's not retired or anything. He just
Oh, okay.
he wants to. He felt like he was done with that division, so. he
That's
moved
cool.
on.
I
Like,
mean,
he did
he's
everything he
running
needed to.
it like it ain't shit.
That's cool.
Well, he beat it. He's the champ for like 10 years now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
Heavyweight will be fun.
Undefeated.
Heavyweight John Jones will be fun to watch.
He'll do damage. He'll be the champ there too.
Ooh,
No
big
doubt.
take. Is it
These
though?
guys are too
Heavyweight is
Heavyweight's weird because like it just takes one of those big boys who just blah like
I
just once, bro, and like
mean-
you're out.
I feel like he could run it.
He could.
Look
He's
at-
got the
Look
reach.
at
We've been
his-
talking about that forever.
Look at his dominations over Daniel Cormier. And then
Yeah,
look how
those are
good
cake.
Yeah,
Daniel
Damien was
Cormier
talking about
did.
that before.
Those are cake.
I mean,
But I feel like I've always thought Daniel was not that good. Me personally.
I think DC's really good.
All right.
Dude.
So while we're on the topic of the UFC, Cody actually caught the most recent UFC 253. Me and Damien were unable to catch it, so we're gonna allow Cody to kind of fill us in on that. Give us like how he felt about the fights, like fights that he found interesting, and like what we should expect moving forward, and then we'll move on to the NFL. So it's up to you, bro. Let us know what happened. What's up?
The two main fights really, Izzy versus Paulo. Everyone thought it was going to be a war, just how Paulo fights, but he came out and was like super gun shy or something, expecting to kind of bait him in.
Okay, so you think he was trying to bait him? He wasn't like nervous.
He didn't fight the way he fought at all. Like he fought like in a whole new way.
Do you think it was by design?
Yeah, I think he was just trying to make sure he didn't gas out. It's 5 rounds.
Okay.
But no, Izzy just came out and tore his leg apart and just beat him down.
Lots of like low leg kicks or
Yeah,
what?
A lot of leg kicks.
Yeah.
A lot of body kicks, and then he started going high with the kick. Caught him with a kick, and then just put him down. Yeah.
Do you remember how many rounds it went?
2.
2 rounds?
Yeah.
Was it a KO?
Yeah, it was TKO.
TKO?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was just pure domination.
Was it? So it wasn't even competition?
No, it wasn't. Izzy got hit 3 times, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
One jab and then 2 body kicks.
Oh my god. What about the other fight?
The co-main, that was the light heavyweight championship because there was 2 championships.
I love that.
But Dom Reyes, I was expecting him to win against Jan Blachowicz, right? However you say his last name.
Right.
Jan looked good. Dominic looked gun shy, or like he thought his win over or his loss over John Jones, because you know that he thinks he beat John Jones in the last fight.
Right.
That gave him.
Was that the dude that tore his knee up?
No, that's Thiago.
Okay.
Santos, yeah.
I thought that guy won that fight.
I mean, if he didn't tear his knee, he
Right.
would've, yeah.
Right.
That dude's a beast. But I thought Dom was gonna win this one, but he just got fucked up too.
So they weren't really close, either one of them.
They're both total blowouts. Yeah. But
Well, that's kind of a
pretty
shame.
much the only really good fights on the card. There's another guy like Brandon Royval. He's pretty good. He submitted his dude. That was a war. They both knocked each other down like back to back.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Those pretty much a standout fights though from the card.
Okay, and you mentioned that the prelims were pretty uneventful.
Yeah, they're just prelim fights, decisions.
I think the prelims are the most fun.
I mean, sometimes, yeah.
Because at least the times that I've watched, they've been insane. Because like the talent level is a little more lopsided sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like when you start getting up like top 5, top 10, like you're like, all right, we're all like really seasoned, like really educated, like we all really know what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
But then like in the prelims, like you don't know what's gonna happen, and like I feel like that's what makes it fun. That's why like I'll watch 6 hours of a UFC event because I'm like, I want to see this dude I've never seen before or heard of, like fight this other dude I've never seen or heard of before, and like let's just see what fucking happens. You know what I mean?
The card, there's like a card 2 weeks ago. The prelims on that.
Yes.
Were really good.
The last 2 cards have been great.
They're all really good. And there's some good cards. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Coming up, but yeah, that's pretty much it for that fight. Like those fights.
I feel that. Were you pleased with the card?
Yeah. Izzy's gonna be unstoppable for years. I think Jan will lose his title. Like,
you think so?
He's not gonna be able to defend it that many times.
So you think in general? So you think whoever the next challenger is or anything, they probably won't be able to defend it?
I mean, depend if they throw like Thiago Santos at him. That's like talked about if he beat or wins his fight against Teixeira. But Thiago beats Jan every day. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Jan's not gonna defend it that many times. Maybe once.
Yeah.
Okay.
Respect.
Yeah, but Izzy will be there for, I think, years.
Fill me in on this. So, like, UFC has, like, their numbered events, right? Like, 252, 253, 254. But then they also have, like, fight nights, too, right? Which are, like, different. Like, what are those?
The fight nights are just the free fights. The numbered ones are the pay-per-views that you got to pay for.
Sure.
Yeah. And then the fight nights, like, ESPN.
Is that just, like, for, like, ranking purposes? Like, it's just, like, some of the lower-level fights? Are they just, like, exhibitions? Or, like...
they're just...
I'm sorry, I'm a little uneducated, so I'm just trying to understand.
It's like you put like Connor on a pay-per-view card or like John Jones on a pay-per-view card, to get money. But
so these are like like lower tier guys.
Yeah, I mean sometimes there's like top 10,
sure,
top 5, but like the one.
Well, there's like a really big fight night pretty recently, wasn't there?
It was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's Colby versus Tyron, and then like they're 2 and 4, ranked 2 and 4. So,
oh wow!
And that was a free fight on ESPN. No, they just do free fights every now and then, draw on more people probably to this.
That's cool. We're trying to get into boxing a little bit too. Like Damien's like pretty into boxing.
Yeah. Too, yeah. Boxing is we have a lot of discussions about boxing.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Cool. Well then maybe we could talk about that in the future too. I'm kind of getting into it like a tiny bit, just because like Damien's kind of into it, and like whenever there has been like a big boxing fight, like I have watched it before and like had a good time. So.
Yeah, we definitely watch boxing.
Do y'all know about the fight between Eddie Hall and the Mountain?
I mean, I've heard like rumors of it. I've seen him training.
Oh no, it's happening.
It's happening.
Yeah, it's happening. It's next November, and they're both training on their YouTube channels. Like they're showing everything and all that stuff. And like we've talked about in our previous episodes already, there's like a lot of beef between the two of them. They're both World's Strongest Man winners. Like they both
Yeah.
won World's Strongest Man
Well,
before.
Eddie Hall's huge. Yeah.
They're both huge, and I think Eddie Hall is gonna beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, probably.
He's training way harder.
Yeah.
He built a boxing ring in his house.
I'm excited to see the Tyson Roy Jones fight.
Yeah, we were talking about that too. Tyson's gonna destroy him. Right?
I'm not excited to see it. I think that Roy's is gonna get fucking.
They also do have some like
destroyed.
weak ass rules associated with the fight too.
Roy, we're talking Tyson and Roy now. Roy's gonna get.
Oh,
Roy's
nah.
getting fucked.
Bro.
up.
Roy's finna hop in his bag, bro.
No.
Roy's
bro.
getting fucked
Yeah,
up.
Roy's finna hop in his bag.
I feel like
Y'all love
Roy's
to
about
sleep.
to say, "I don't
Mike
want to fight
Tyson-
this dude."
Mike Tyson, he's literally.
Man,
I heard there's like a no knockout
He's
rule,
so
though.
confused.
Yeah, there's like
right
a
now.
no knockout
They
rule, and
changed
like a
it.
no like
It was
headshots
far.
rule or some shit or something stupid,
Bro, Mike
man.
Tyson's literally like, he's stuck in his head, bro. And people are hyping him up, and I feel.
Did you
bad.
see him on Joe Rogan?
I'm not
Huh?
hyping him
Yeah, I
up.
did.
I'm
That
just
is
a little
my
I see,
like.
fault.
I see all his mind frame everywhere he talks. I'm like, this guy is, man, he's losing it.
I just seen his training video and I seen Roy Jones' training video and I was like, ooh,
Yikes.
what the hell, bro?
Well, that's how I feel about Eddie
Have
Hall
you
in the mountain
seen
right
Roy
now. Like you look
fight,
at their
bro?
two training, you're like,
Have you
yikes.
seen Roy fight
Roy,
throughout his
and Roy
career?
has fought more
So
recent, too.
I like Roy Jones better
That's
than
my
I like
guy.
Mike. Roy
That's my
Jones was
guy.
like my favorite boxer for a very long
He's my
time.
favorite boxer probably all time. I think he'll
Mm-hmm.
knock. I think he'll put the hands on him.
I mean, we're about to see.
I don't know
Like
if Mike has any defense.
he don't. He just
I don't
come
know if he
in,
can
but
take any hits.
his punches
It's been 10
though.
years.
Who can take his hits, bro?
But
His
Roy
shit.
known to dodge a hit.
I mean, yeah, but how many at this age, bro?
still got
Shit,
that move.
How
dog.
many do you think
He
he gonna
fought not
dodge
too
before
long
Mike
ago.
tired?
He fought
I mean,
How many you
shit.
gotta dodge until
I,
Mike tired?
I think as long as if he lasts a good minute and a half,
I
Roy
think
should
Mike
be
Tyson
fine.
only has a good fight if he's having a good fight.
Because
Like this, if things don't go his way, I'm saying he's losing.
Tyson got four rounds to finish it.
Man,
If not,
Tyson
Roy's not
looked.
Yeah, I'm saying get to the end of the fight and it's like Roy's gonna be
Crazy.
flying
He's gonna
around
piece
this
him up
guy.
with
just
But
nodding his
they gonna
ass
get
up.
to the end of the fight
What do
because
you think
apparently
happens?
they got to put on.
What do I think
So
happens?
you're saying what if? What do you think happens?
I think Roy wins the fight.
You think so? You think it goes late, and you think he dominates later on in the fight?
Yeah, I think he's just a natural fighter like that. The way he fights is defensive, and he's not looking to go in there and chase Mike around.
Right.
Mike's going to be chasing
That's
him
true,
around.
though.
He's going to be getting chased around, and he's going to look for his opportunities.
Do you think
So-
this impacts their legacy at all? Probably not, right?
No, this
Not
is...
at this point.
At this point,
They're
it's just
past
for money.
that.
Yeah, right.
I
It's-
mean,
they can
like
only
everyone
do this.
knows
Yeah,
what
it's
this
just
is,
for
right?
money.
Yeah.
If Mike Tyson
He's probably
wins,
broke,
he
yeah.
says he does want to fight like a heavyweight.
Oh,
So if,
and we
let
already
him
said
win.
if
Let's
he
go.
were to
Let's
win,
fucking buckle up.
then Mike Tyson could possibly try to fight somebody new.
He'll never
nowadays.
win.
He
So,
wouldn't even probably.
I don't
get
think
commission.
he'd. I don't think he'd win.
The
I mean,
heavyweights right now...
The
oh
last
my
time he
God.
tried, he got his ass
They'll
beat.
murk this guy.
Tyson Fury.
He got smashed the last couple
Yeah.
times he tried. He said he wanted to
Anthony
fight Tyson.
Joshua,
Yeah.
Tyson Fury. Shit, Andy Ruiz will put the hands on Mike right
Man,
now.
I don't.
He'll fire his ass up. I mean, Andy Ruiz can't even, he ain't even like that.
Imagine-
Exactly.
imagine
He
Mike
not.
versus
He not.
Deontay.
I know Deontay put that paw.
Man, boy, catch this. Man, look.
What's wrong with you,
We've
boy?
talked about this.
Tyson Fury beats all
Bro,
of them.
Deontay is my boy.
Saying that.
Deontay ain't shit.
Deontay's my
Deontay
boy.
ain't
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Deontay's not shit.
Hey,
I-
look at this
look,
fucking
Deontay's
guy.
trash.
Deontay is my boy,
He
bro.
has one punch.
Anthony
It's
Joshua-
all right though. So
He has no
this
boxing
rematch
skill.
is set to supposed to happen.
Anthony
Oh, they're
Joshua
doing- they're
will
doing the
kill
third?
both of them.
He was like
It's
this.
set to supposed
He
to
said,
happen.
"Oh, my suit was too heavy. That's why I lost." The
So
fight." Bro,
supposedly
he got
there's a whole bunch of
outboxed.
this evidence.
He
We
got
talked
knocked
about.
out.
that-
I was still working with him at the time when we were talking about
there was a
this.
bunch of evidence that came out that
Of
the
the
Wilder
gloves.
team had about Tyson Fury cheating with his gloves and
Yeah,
shit.
they
But
already proved that wrong. Dude.
They're like, look, let's just do the third fight and let's leave it at that. So
Tyson's
I'm
gonna
excited
mop him
because,
again.
bro, from the first fight, which
Tyson beat
Deontay
him.
held his own and knocked that nigga down easily.
Tyson beat him in that fight.
In the second fight, Tyson was just mollywhopping this nigga, and I was like, what the fuck going on? So to me, I thought it was weird as hell that he was just beating his ass like that, and the first time he couldn't. I thought it was weird. People say he didn't cheat.
Also-
I felt like it's a little weird because he was getting his ass whooped the first fight, and then he just looked way more dominant.
Well,
Also,
I don't
the
think he
first
got
fight-
his ass whooped first
Right.
in the first fight though. Like he
I
had that
think
one
he got his
knockdown
ass
and then
whooped
like
in
that
the
was
first
it.
Tyson beat that ass in the first fight.
I mean, we're going to go with the third fight, though. They
Okay.
said the third's supposed to happen.
That first
So
fight was like right after his comeback though.
that's,
Right.
He was like 400 pounds.
I'm
dropped
alright
all
with
the
that.
weight.
Right.
I'm all right with that.
And he came back like at
He was-
370.
He was
for
still
the-
big as
yeah.
fuck. He was still
Yeah,
big
he
as
was
fucking
way
second
more
one.
in shape the second
Well,
fight.
it was
I almost made it
calculated,
look like he
though.
was fucking cheating.
Plus with like
what?
3 other fights he fought.
Right.
You know, so he came actually prepared this time and beat his ass. It's
Right.
gonna happen even quicker.
I
this
don't
time.
know.
He's probably gonna do the same
we're
shit the
gonna
second
see.
time.
We're gonna
The
see.
third time, I
I'm
guess.
telling you, Wilder not about to lose a
I
third
know-
fight
I
to
wanna
this
see
guy.
Joshua.
Wilder's not losing a third fight to this guy, and Wilder will knock Joshua bitch ass out too.
Fuck no.
No.
Andy
There's no
Ruiz,
way.
all
sir.
them niggas can catch it, bro.
Joshua-
If Joshua get caught by Andy Ruiz, he is not trying to see no shit from Deontay, bro. Sit that
Alright,
shit
but
down,
Ruiz
bro.
couldn't even hit him.
Boy,
see the
time.
second
Andy
fight?
Ruiz
I
is
know.
throwing belly gut punches, boy.
This is Deontay's
What?
thing.
Deontay is gonna
One punch.
rip your goddamn
One
neck
punch.
off with this torpedo.
Andy Ruiz got bodied by AJ in the second
Man,
fight because
look,
there was a
he
little confusion
did.
there.
He did.
I know.
But that's also like playing a person for the first time and then going back and being able to game plan. That first time you wasn't ready, Joshua. You a weak as hell, got your ass
Deontay
demolished.
has a 1-2.
It'll be the same thing going against Deontay.
He'll kill
You don't know.
Wilder.
You think he just got the
Wilder
right.
can't
You still gonna
box.
get caught though.
Wilder can't
But he
box.
still catch you though. Everybody say he can't box, but everybody
I know,
get caught
you
by the
don't- you
right.
don't catch
Except
the
for
So
greats.
Tyson.
how can those make
You're not
sense?
gonna-
How can
you're
those
not
make
gonna
sense?
catch him.
He
You're
can't
not gonna
box,
catch the great
but
ones,
he
though.
catching
You catching
everybody with that hole.
Not anymore.
You catching everybody.
Right.
with the-
Tyson even got caught with it. What you mean?
One
Yeah,
time.
once.
He still got
Right.
caught.
Did he
Right.
get caught
Bro,
the
there's
second time?
one fight.
He didn't win.
Deontay does not catch nobody, and everybody like, well, damn, like fuck all the other 40
What
fights
happened
you
again?
caught everybody.
Well,
if he
that's
can't
against
box, how
bums.
is he
That's what
catching
happened.
people?
record against
That's what
bums.
happened.
Right.
Bro.
Right.
He
He's
saw
right.
bums.
So,
Right.
so he's just getting lucky then. That's what y'all are saying.
No.
All his fights.
No,
he's
you
getting
can
lucky.
only fight who's in front of you, but like
We're
he hadn't
saying
fought
he's knocking
anyone.
people out,
That's his only. He's not.
but he's only doing it one way, and it's the only way he knows how to fight, and it's not effective against better fighters.
But how's it not effective if it's happened to every single person, including that same person, except for the last
I know.
time?
Except the first person that said, "I'm not gonna let you do that."
Bro,
and how are you
okay.
gonna win now?
Well, I
And then
guess we're
there's
gonna see the
there's
third fight.
alternative.
He's a one-trick
Are we
pony.
gonna see the third fight?
I know.
It
other
hasn't
people
been
can
stopped.
box.
Right.
I don't know how we can talk shit about it because it's been stopped one time, but out of 40 plus times it hasn't been stopped. But since it happened one
Well,
time,
this was for the title,
Anthony
though.
Joshua's only lost one fight as
God,
well.
bro.
All these guys are like this, except Dega Box.
all right, bro.
All these guys only lose one fight to greater fighters. But
So where do the greater fighters come from for you in boxing?
if we're talking heavyweight right now, it's just Fury, Anthony Joshua, and Wilder. Those are all the good.
No, I'm
boxers.
talking about overall. Where do the best fighters come from?
What do you mean?
I don't understand.
Yeah, what do you asking?
So, do they come from the UK? Do they come from America? Do they come from?
It doesn't
Where do
matter.
they
I don't
come
think it
from?
matters what
yeah.
country.
I don't
Because
think
that's
so
what
either.
matters. Where do they come from? Where do the best fighters come from?
Why does that matter?
I would say the best fighter.
What you mean? Why does that matter?
Why does that
makes
matter?
all the difference
Are
because
you,
what?
are you
How?
saying that all the best fighters?
when
come
we
from
start
America?
talking about
Is that
Anthony
what you're
Joshua and all
saying?
them, they only fight in the UK.
Oh, so you're saying they fight in like different like
They
divisions
fight
or
in their own
conferences
shit. They don't
or-
be
oh,
over
okay.
here fighting Americans. They be over there fighting their own shit.
Andy
So of
Ruiz
course they
is
look
American.
good as fuck.
Klitschko, like,
Andy Ruiz is American. That's the last person he's fought.
So,
Fought him twice.
so that's what I'm saying.
I know.
And we saw how that went.
I know
He got his ass destroyed that first time when he came his ass over here.
It wasn't
But
destroyed.
And then he didn't
got
get hit.
caught
What?
lacking. He got caught
what?
lacking.
Hold on. So hold on. You're telling me that first fight, Andy Ruiz
got caught
versus
lacking.
Joshua, he did not destroy that guy.
he underestimated.
He got caught lacking, and then he
guys,
paid for it
guys.
by not being able to box well
Bro.
because his ass was
Yeah, no,
shook
he got-
up.
Andy
Destroyed.
Ruiz
Come on.
beat
That's what I'm saying,
his
Hold
ass,
on,
bro.
listen, he got destroyed, but that only happens once out of every a million times.
I know,
Okay.
and it's because he got caught.
Okay,
and that
so
fucked up
Deontay
his
get caught
whole-
one time. I can say the same thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm
but see,
saying.
Deontay's
But we're talking
skill
about people that
level
can
is a
box.
See,
1-2.
but how can y'all say that though?
Because Anthony
Well, y'all like
Joshua-
a fighter that's not even from America.
Because he came back and he fought the
Come
same guy and he
on, bro.
outboxed him. He didn't get touched the whole fight. Your guy came back and got his ass whooped in the
Quick.
rematch.
Okay, so
Yikes.
but it's the
So-
same flip flop.
But he's not.
It's the same.
He doesn't go to camp and learn how to box. He goes to camp and says,
He
"I'm
don't-
gonna land this knockout punch."
That's
Right,
all that matters.
right.
That's not how you come in the ring and fight.
So
It's a
look,
great
Practice the
fighter.
jab.
It's worked so
Practice
far.
it.
I
No
agree with
body
what you're
shots.
saying.
I
It
know.
makes 100% sense. But Deontay ain't been getting beat, so
I know.
I'm all right with him having that
Now
method if it
people-
works.
Now people
It
are
works.
realizing with Deontay, he doesn't have this.
It's an unorthodox method, but it works.
Well, you know, we're gonna
we
find
can't
out.
say it don't work because he lost one fight.
We're gonna find out
we
after-
can't say
after the
that,
third
bro.
fight.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm saying it don't
Could've
work
come soon
on
enough.
these guys. It works
I
on
mean,
everybody, but
I bet
we're
they're
gonna
itching
see
for it
because
too.
it worked the first fight, which I thought Deontay won. Fury did not dominate him like that.
Fury
The second
beat
fight
him
it didn't. So now
9 out
they
of
both
12
go back, and
rounds.
so I think the third fight decides it all.
Yeah.
It,
Fury
I
beat
think.
his ass
Yeah,
the first
we'll
fight.
find out after the third fight.
Because the first fight, the Fury did come out and just beat Deontay ass.
He outboxed him the whole fight, except a couple times we got dropped.
Yeah, a couple times he got his ass slid, right? I mean,
About 2 punches.
oh.
Trying
I mean, the third fight gonna happen. We're about to see.
He didn't land barely anything on Fury this time.
Hell yeah. All right, let's move on to the NFL. All right, so the number of undefeated teams has gone down this week. Last week we had 11 undefeated teams at 2-0. This week we will be down to 7. As we speak right now, it is 6:58. Monday Night Football is going to be starting in about half an hour. So as we sit right now, we have 6. After Monday Night Football, we will then have a 7th undefeated team. As we speak right now, the remaining undefeated teams are Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Tennessee, Green Bay, Chicago, and Seattle. That's it. That's what we're down to now. Do y'all have any doubts about any of those 6 teams? How do you feel about them?
The Bears ain't making it, I don't think.
Well, here's the thing, right? I felt really weak about the Bears, but now the Bears have decided to start Nick Foles.
Not anymore.
Like that officially came out right before we started recording too.
Sit that ass down. Yeah,
right. So with Mitch Trubisky out, I actually do kind of respect the Bears a little bit.
Yep.
I think Seattle looks really good.
I do too.
Bro,
Russell Wilson set the new 3-game touchdown total with 14, beating Patrick Mahomes.
Bro, does he not have an MVP?
Russell?
No, I don't think he does.
He doesn't have one yet. He's been close a couple of times.
Why not?
I don't know. This is his year, though. I think this year.
It could be. I think Josh Allen could make a push, but
no,
Russell
I don't think
Wilson's
it's fair
pushing.
At this fucking point.
Or Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I'm just being real.
Bro, how does Wilson not have one? Like, what the
It is
fuck?
Weird. I feel like he's been a finalist like a bunch of times. Kind of like Drew Brees.
It's
like Drew Brees has like one,
bro.
right?
Seattle takes
Shit's
over this year.
ridiculous.
That's my opinion.
They could. We'll see. That Jamal Adams trade was insane.
Chris Carson.
How do y'all feel about Chris Carson? Well, dude, y'all see that like dirty hit? Yeah, I was gonna ask y'all about that. Did you see that defensive tackle that like crocodile spun his leg out?
Yeah,
it happened.
Yeah, they say he's out for a couple weeks now, which is not good.
I gotta put him on my bench. So.
Yeah, same. I have him on my fantasy team too. Y'all think that was dirty? You think it was on purpose?
I don't think it was on purpose. I think it's just shit happens, you know.
You think so?
Shit works weird.
Shit happens.
So not malicious. You think it okay? All right. So y'all feel the same about Tennessee too? You think Tennessee keeps it going?
No, I don't. No. Because Tennessee plays the Steelers. So no, that's not gonna happen. You already told you.
We're gonna talk about that.
I already told you I'm home.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
I told you from the jump of the season. I told you he's gonna come out. He's gonna fucking ball.
Okay, all right.
That's what it is. So
we're doing this now. We're gonna make our Monday Night Football picks right now.
Let's do it.
And then we're gonna end the show with the rest of our picks for next week. So right now, about 20 minutes from now, we have the undefeated Ravens playing the undefeated Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs.
So we'll go one at a time. Yeah, and we'll say who we think's gonna win. So Damien, who do you think's gonna win?
I got Ravens, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Ravens.
Okay.
I got Chiefs, but it's gonna be a shootout.
I think it's gonna be a shootout either way.
Close shootout, yeah.
I also have the Ravens picked. So
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Dude, that's my thing. Yeah, we'll see, man. We're gonna find out. This game's about to be popping.
She's been looking a little sus, bro.
So us who said Ravens, do y'all think it's close?
It's a close game.
I'll probably be a close game regardless.
It's a shootout. I think it's gonna be super
I'm gonna call
high
like
scoring.
a couple touchdown lead.
I just need Patrick Mahomes to throw some touchdowns.
I think Lamar gonna be doing damage.
I think Lamar gonna go in, bro.
I think Lamar gonna do damage.
I do
they've been
too.
talking on his name, bro.
Right, and everybody disrespecting the man like he didn't do everything he did last year. Yeah. I'm telling you, bro.
Okay.
So this is one of those games he's gonna play.
Lamar's gonna do that for the.
He's gonna play to his.
He's a good guy for the MVP too, Lamar.
Yeah.
We'll see, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
It's gonna be fun. I think this year it's a little less like this guy's the MVP. Like I think like we got some conversations to be had.
There's so many.
I think if Russell can get his team
and running backs.
Yeah, without a doubt. Did y'all see that? So Deion Sanders got that college. That's my dog. Did you see that Deion Sanders got that college coaching job, and he also brought on T.O. and fucking Warren Sapp to coach his wide receiver and defensive line corps? What do y'all think about that? Dude, they're gonna get all the recruits. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And whoever they want.
I feel they deserve this. I'm happy for them. They earned it. Go win a chip, dog.
Yeah, they need that.
Go win a chip.
They probably will.
That's live. anytime a player can get another opportunity,
It's true though.
You know, it's just respect.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
And these kids, like they're about to have the greatest time of their life, probably.
Probably, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Like that's another thing too. Like I feel like it's like you're gonna be working with the greats, but also like that like they're gonna be like one of the guys.
These are the fun guys.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's gonna be so fun.
But these are literally legends.
Right.
So,
Like, yeah.
Right.
So Warren Sapp's gonna be getting on that ass. I'm pretty sure.
much. I was thinking he's gonna
But
be a real
I
hard
bet
ass.
Warren Sapp is
But cool as fuck, though.
monster.
But I bet they'll be
Warren
solid.
Sapp, dude.
So that's
That
sick.
was a monster.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Holy shit. His personality though was monster. I be watching him talk about people. He be going in hard as fuck. Warren Sapp is like
Best
a real one.
personality's got to be Marshawn. He's my favorite personality.
Yeah, he's nuts.
So, that dude's funny.
The Giants added Devontae Freeman after the Eagles gave him a look. Rest in peace to Saquon.
Rest in
Sucks.
peace to the Eagles
Rest
not
in
getting him.
rest in peace. Yeah, to the Eagles, I guess too.
Stupid.
While we're giving out our condolences, rest in peace to Tyrod Taylor for his punctured lung. Dude got
Man,
fucked really hard.
I don't even know what to feel.
I don't know
about
if he'll
that,
ever get
bro.
another starting opportunity at this point.
He's
So
over
rest
with.
in
That's
peace
it.
to his career, most
That's
likely.
career ending, bro.
He'll be back.
Man, shit.
Rest in peace to the Broncos. They had to pick up Blake Bortles today because Drew Lock's AC joint sprain looks
Blake-
worse than they thought.
Bro, would you take Blake Bortles over Colin Kaepernick?
Damn, I didn't even
Come
think
on,
about
bro.
that.
Would you take Blake Bortles over Colin Kaepernick, dog?
Holy shit.
Come on, bro.
I
Y'all
didn't
think
even
about this
consider
goofy
that.
ass bullshit, bro. Blake Bortles over Colin Kaepernick right now.
Big yikes.
That's what we doing, bro. So they didn't want to call Colin for this, huh?
Nah,
Like
they're
not even
doing
for
that.
like temporary, right?
Right.
Shit,
Blake
used to be cool.
Bortles, dude.
We now have a very special collection of teams that are 0-3 now for the season. We have the Jets, the Texans, the Broncos, the Giants, Minnesota, and Atlanta. They are all 0-3 this season.
Thank God we tied.
And
Fuck.
and we have a couple of honorable mentions here that includes
no honorable mentions.
the
Shit.
Eagles and the Bengals for tying after both being 0-2.
Bro. We fucking tied, bro.
Y'all are trash.
No, fuck you. We are trash.
For
but,
real,
Hey,
though.
mind y'all's business, bro.
Oh
okay?
man!
Don't worry about what we do.
Damien, I gotta ask you: would you rather have tied with the Bengals or just be 0-3?
No, I'll take the fucking tie.
You like the tie?
Hell yeah.
I asked my buddy
It's
Steven
not- it's
about
not-
it.
that's-
and
it's not an
he
L.
said that he rather would have just lost to the
No,
Bengals.
that's stupid. It's taking the L.
I mean, a tie is still kind of an L.
in
I feel like
a
it's
way,
more disrespectful.
but it can make a difference later.
It could.
So
It could.
no,
Or it
bruh.
could be the difference.
Anybody who would pick an L is fucking weird as fuck.
Okay.
For real though.
I don't know, I feel like- I feel like I would rather
bro,
just
hold on.
suck.
It's like me saying, bro, you about to go fight this dude. Would you rather tie with him or get your ass beat?
Well,
I'd
after
rather
getting
tie with him.
getting
What
your
the
ass
fuck?
beat
Like,
by like 3 other people, I think at least the consistency.
nah,
is there.
fuck that, bro. I'll take the tie and
Okay.
no L's
All
over
right.
here, nigga. I'll
So
take the tie.
with those teams being mentioned, the 0-3 teams, I got a handful of coaches here that I've selected that I feel like their seats might be starting to get a little hot this season. I know we talked about before that the Rona might be a good enough excuse for nobody to lose their jobs this year. However, with some of
Everybody
these starts,
lost all
it's been bad.
Oh my god, bro.
I'm gonna list off the coaches here, and we'll go one by one, and y'all can say whether or not you think the seat is hot and whether or not you think they get fired. We'll start with the Minnesota Vikings, starting 0-3. Mike Zimmer. Do y'all think that his seat is hot or not?
Nope.
Why is that?
Because his quarterback is trash. His seat is hot.
Do you think? So you think Kirk Cousins is on
I've
the
been
way out?
telling you, bro, the dude's garbage.
Kirk is trash, but they
Yep.
just extended him.
No, yeah, for I don't know why the fuck.
Okay.
I don't know why they did that.
Okay, so you think Zimmer is secure, but Kirk Cousins is on the way out.
Absolutely.
Okay. What about Billy O'Stooge with the Texans?
Nah, he good.
You think he's good
He's
too?
a damn general manager now.
They could fire him.
I mean, they could, but he just got that position. Hell no.
Right,
He's-
and he just traded away
he's
his
good.
greatest asset for the
and
team.
he still has a job.
And he's 0-3.
And he still has a job.
Right, so like what I'm saying though,
Bro,
Okay.
they look. He was asked at quarterback or at coach already. So
no, he was a good head coach.
You think so?
Yes, I will say that.
Because I've heard you talk shit about him
I do.
and say that was the reason they
he's
didn't
not,
do shit.
He's not a great
So which one is
situational
it?
coach,
Right.
but he's won his division like 3 out of 4 seasons.
So let's make him GM now.
No,
So
no,
he can trade away Hopkins, right?
That was the bad choice.
So how can you go and renege and say, well, never mind, we made you that, but you're fired.
No, at this point, I think you just have to fire him.
He's in.
Like,
you got to
all
deal
the
with
way.
him now. Yeah, he's stuck.
What
He's
do y'all
not going
think?
nowhere.
Yeah, I mean,
You think Bill O'Brien is secure
he's
after
fine.
everything he did
yeah,
and starting 0-3?
I think he's fine for now. We'll see how it turns out.
Wow. All right, we'll see what happens.
He's not going anywhere, bro.
I think he's.
They just gave him that
They need
job.
to get rid of him.
They just gave him that.
Dan Quinn with Atlanta. He was already rumored to have a bit of a hot seat before the season.
Nah, he's definitely on the hot seat.
You think so?
After last night,
Right.
Yeah.
After back-to-back, some of
Nah.
like the greatest L's of all time.
Yeah, he's definitely on the hot seat now at this point. I
I
thought it was
think
gonna
so
be
too,
Matty
right?
Ice.
Yeah, I think
thought it was
so
gonna
too.
be Matty Ice, but nah, it's gonna be him.
Damn.
Yeah, I think he's the one that takes the fall for everything.
Right. He's
What do you
gonna
think
have
it would
to do
take for him to get fired?
One more
Another-
fucking
yeah,
blown
one
loss
more.
like that.
So you think mid-season, like he
Yeah.
could be out of there?
Yeah, that should have been.
I'm inclined to agree with you guys. If I'm being
One
honest.
choke.
What about Matt Patricia with the Lions?
I think that he is on. I don't think that he's on a hot seat.
Well, he was
I
on the
think-
hot seat before the season
I
started.
think he should be on the hot seat, but he's not going to be because I don't feel like we're going to see a healthy Stafford throughout the whole year.
So
And
you think if Stafford gets hurt, that gives him a reasonable
he
enough
always has
excuse?
that lean back. I don't have Matthew.
Okay, what about you guys?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I think if they don't got their starting quarterback, then
Well, he's healthy right now, so we'll see what happens.
And they won. And they won.
They won like one game.
It doesn't matter.
Well, we'll
that
see.
one game just happened.
Yeah.
That's true. We'll
Yeah,
see.
against a team that they
we'll give it some
shouldn't
more
have
time.
won against.
So we'll give it some more time.
Against a
We'll,
team
we'll
they shouldn't have
revisit
won
this
against.
list, and we'll see how that goes.
Because Lions should have won that game.
No.
They won, though.
What about Adam Gase with the Jets? Who have not held a single lead for the entire first
he's
three
probably-
games.
I
Probably
said they were my
out there
darkest
soon.
horse this year.
You said that,
Which
yeah.
sucks,
And
but
you've picked them to win 2 weeks out of the 3 so far.
They did all right yesterday.
Yeah, but they lost.
But Darnold threw a goddamn red zone interception. Like,
How many red zone interceptions has Darnold thrown?
Fucking
Or pick
know,
sixes for that matter.
many.
He threw like 2 this past week.
I don't think the coach is on a hot seat. I think Sam is.
See, here's what I think is going to happen. I think they keep Adam Gase. I think Sam Darnold continues to play like Sam Darnold. I think they get the number 1 pick. And I think they pick up Trevor Lawrence. And
No
then
fucking
they
way,
just send
dude.
Sam Darnold on his way, bro.
No fucking way.
I think they
Is he
beat.
going
Right
to?
now, it's looking
I
like the
mean-
Jets are going to beat out the Jags in the T for T, bro.
They were on our T for T list.
I know.
Is Lawrence going to the NFL after this season?
Yes.
Yeah,
100%.
well, he's a senior.
He hasn't
Oh, he's a
announced it
senior?
yet, but like, let's be real.
He's a
Like,
senior though? Okay. Yeah.
No, he's a senior this year, isn't he?
is he?
I
I don't,
think-
I don't know.
no, he's a
thought he
senior
was-
this
I
year.
thought he was just a freshman like 2
pretty
years
sure
ago.
See, I thought so too.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't
you might
remember. I
be
think
right.
I think
I
he's a
think he's a
junior,
junior.
but I think like after
Or
everything that's
junior.
happened, like I think
Or
he's
junior.
junior.
Yeah, I mean,
Or I don't know. Maybe he sees that the Jets are number 1. He's like, no, I'm good.
Hey, I think after Corona, he's all like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go right now." Who
Right,
wants me?
maybe that's kind of what I was thinking. Like after Corona, I think he's
I'ma
just
go
like,
right now,
I'ma
fuck it, who wants
Well, yeah, he said he's not going to sit out. Like he's not going to do that. But I think after the season, he's probably going to go.
He'll get drafted somewhere that they'll play him.
What about Zach Taylor with the Bengals? 0-3. Joey Burrow.
Nah,
Joe Mixon, AJ Green.
I have faith. I have faith.
AJ Green's letting me down.
He's letting us all down.
That dude needs to go.
So do you think that they'll be able to recognize that it's not exactly Zach Taylor's fault, and more about the talent on the field, perhaps?
I think so.
I mean, the talent's there.
It has
like,
to be.
But they're not performing though.
You
is
can't
what I'm
tell me.
saying.
You
Gotta
can't
be
tell me Joe's
something.
better than Andy.
mentally. It's got to be a mental thing for them. I don't know.
Maybe, but they're 0-3. Well, 0-2-1, I should say.
Basically.
And then we have a couple.
2-1.
Right.
So yeah, they're good as fuck. So
And-
what are we talking about?
And we have a couple of honorable mentions here. We have Vic Fangio with the Denver Broncos. I don't think he's gonna get fired because Drew Lock got hurt, and I think that's a scapegoat at this point. So, but like we'll keep an eye because he also failed in Chicago already and was let go. So I think with that history, like failing in Denver, being let go, and now like something similar happening in Denver, he's a name to keep an eye on. We got Joe Judge, head coach for the New York Giants, also 0-3. Them and the Jets will be fighting for a very high draft pick. But Saquon got hurt. I feel like with Saquon getting hurt, what else are you going to expect at this
What if he
point?
goes to the fucking Giants, bro? Oh my god.
Trevor?
Yeah.
He could go to the Giants too. I'm going to be honest.
Oh,
I was
fucking
saying that
goodness,
if Denver, if the Giants do bad enough, they could just send Denny Dimes on his way and pick up T-Law, bro.
Yeah.
Big time. And then we got And then this was like a question mark. I'm curious to see how Damian feels about it, but I wanted to bring up Doug Peterson.
What about him?
I mean, y'all are 0-2-1.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Doug ain't going anywhere. If anybody goes anywhere, bro,
It's
the
Carson
craziest
Wentz.
thing that'll happen is Carson on a trade.
Do you think that happens?
I do think that if Carson plays like this for another maybe 5 more games, Doug is over. He's done.
And your over-under was like 4 games
I said
for
4.
right?
Yeah.
And
I think
Hurts
I said
got his
4.
first couple of snaps this past season, too.
Already. I'm
So
telling you, bro.
maybe they're slowly making that transition. They see the Chicago Bears picking up Nick Foles.
Bro, they asked Peterson about the reads of Wentz or some shit, or why
Yeah, and he said, like,
Wentz is
he was
underperforming, and he said, good question. I don't even fucking know why this guy's playing ass right now. I don't get it. Maybe the injury is lingering, but
Or COVID.
at this point,
Weird offseason.
I fuck with Carson Wentz. I really do. I've
Okay.
always said I was a fucking Foles guy, though. You know this.
Uh-huh.
That's who I wanted. We paid Wentz a lot of money, so now we're stuck with him.
Okay.
I'm ready to let him sit down, just make his money, and let Hurts go ahead and lead us to the promised land.
Okay.
And I'm with that.
What about you guys?
I agree with that.
Pretty much
Yeah,
so.
same.
I kind of thought Doug Peterson could stay too, but he's an Eagles fan, so I just
I mean,
wanted to hear about it.
Yeah, Doug has to stay because he's a good coach.
Okay.
You know,
Respect. I think so too.
I feel like Doug is a really good coach.
I think so too.
I just feel like Wentz is an overrated quarterback at this point.
Respect.
I feel like that's where we've gotten to. With
Okay.
Wentz.
The NFL did have its first positive COVID test for an active player. His name is AJ Terrell. He's a cornerback for the Atlanta Falcons. They did an investigation on it, determined that no other players had any legitimate close contact to him. So everything was cool. Game went as planned.
Really?
Everything looks okay. But that is the first scare that we had in the NFL. So everyone hold your breath and cross your fingers. We cannot lose this goddamn season. Packers are 3-0, goddammit. We can't lose this shit.
That's why they said
We can't
no
lose
other
it.
player came in. He's a player.
I did think that was kind of bogus.
He's a player. He was around all the other players. What the fuck do you mean no player? Come on, bro.
I thought so,
what
too.
the fuck is we doing?
Okay. We're moving on to the last part of the show. We're going to go ahead and wrap up with our Week 4 picks. I do have to give Damian some fucking credit. Your boy came through clutch this week and did beat me this week.
Let's
so
fucking
I
go.
won the first 2 weeks.
Let's fucking go, bro.
Damian won this past week.
Let's get it.
Anytime a team ties in the NFL, we take that as a tie to our record as well. Unless we both picked the same team, in which case I think we would count that as a dub. But we picked opposing teams, so we counted it as a tie.
Unless you picked a tie to happen.
I mean, if you could call a tie, that's some big dick
tie
energy
is
right
gonna
there.
happen.
Yeah, we'll just hold that L
Oh,
then.
that would be sick as fuck.
Dude, for real.
If I'd have said Eagles are gonna tie with the Bengals,
Like, just
that
no
would have
way.
been wild as fuck. Like what?
Yeah.
I'd be like, boy, hey, what's up with these bets in the playoffs?
Right. So this past week, I went 8-6-1, and Damian went 9-5-1.
Yeah,
You
let's
beat
go.
me by 1 this week. The picks that he got right over me were the Bears and the Bills winning over the Falcons and the Rams.
Yep.
And I called the Colts beating the Jets. And we both... Oh, okay.
Because I got.
Oh, yeah,
I
we
show
already
love
did our
to
Monday
them.
night picks. So,
I
like,
show
we both
love
have
to
the Ravens. Like, y'all already know that.
Yeah.
So, overall, on the season, my overall record is 28-16-1. And Damian is 27-17-1. So I got 1 game on you right now.
I'm gonna win this season, man. He beat me last year.
I did win last season.
He actually wiped me last year. Like, it's
Yeah,
not happening
I
this
beat
year.
you by a handful of games
It's
last
not
year.
happening this fucking year.
Hell yeah.
I'm going
So, just letting you guys know, we are doing our Monday night picks the following week. So we're gonna pick Thursday through Sunday, and then we're gonna leave off Monday night.
Yeah.
And then we'll move forward from there. Let's see here. Okay. So I have all my picks already locked in, and we're going to go through week by week, and y'all are going to make your picks. So Thursday night is Broncos versus the Jets. Who do y'all have?
Broncos. Yeah.
I'm going with the Jets.
You're picking the Jets
Bro,
again?
bro.
I mean, you got to be right eventually, right?
They're my dark horse of this year. They got to win me at least one
the
fucking
0-3
game.
Jets?
As soon as they win one time, I'll stop fucking picking
Watch them go 0-16.
They
Bro.
could. Dude, this team could go 0-16.
I'll still do other picks.
I'm going to
though,
say this
that'll-
right now. I'm not going to
I'll
pick
be
them
alright.
to win a single game.
I'll be all right with it.
All right. Starting us off on Sunday, we have the Saints versus the Lions
Saints.
at Detroit.
Gotta go with the Lions.
Yeah, the location.
Y'all are all
that-
picking NL?
Yeah.
All right. Just for the record, I picked the Broncos and the Saints as well. Okay. After that, we have the Chargers versus the Buccaneers in Tampa.
Bucks.
Chargers.
No.
You got Chargers.
I do got the Chargers.
I have the Bucks as well.
Taking that one.
Okay. We got the Jags versus the Bengals in Cincy.
Jags.
Bengals.
What was that?
Jags.
You think the Jags win?
Yeah.
And Damien, you think the Bengals win?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got the Jags.
You like the Jags too? I also picked the Jags. I felt like that was kind of tough though.
Yeah, they might bounce.
We'll see.
The Jags.
We'll see. We got the Vikings versus the Texans at Houston.
Texans.
Vikings. Bro, I'm going in
Holy
this week.
shit.
I'm going in this week, bro. I'm going in this week on all these
You're gonna
games.
go
You're
negative
gonna
this
lose.
week.
Hey, hey, and you know
I
what?
picked the
You know what's
Texans
crazy?
too.
I pick this crazy every week, and I still end up either losing by one game or tied.
Yeah.
Which
Respect.
this
It's just
last
50-50
week
Respect.
I won. So let's go.
We have Seattle against
Yo,
Miami
Seattle.
in Miami.
Seattle.
Seattle.
Seattle's not losing.
Bro, I'm
got
at it.
two
You already
losses
know I'm
in
going with
maybe.
Russell Wilson on that one.
I'm gonna be honest. I like a part of me wanted to pick Miami because it's in Miami, and it's still early enough in the season for it to be hot.
That
Seattle.
don't matter.
But yeah, no, I think that Seattle's like on another level right now.
That's
I
a Super
couldn't
Bowl
go
team.
against them.
They're
That's a
playing
Super
ball,
Bowl team.
dude.
Yeah.
What's that?
They just playing ball.
Joe, for real though.
Super Bowl team right there.
All right. After that, we have the Steelers versus the Titans in Tennessee.
You already know who I want.
Y'all think Steelers too?
Oh my god,
That,
bro.
man, I thought that was gonna be a hard pick. I picked the Steelers as well.
Nah, Steelers.
I got Steelers on that.
Juju.
Okay.
I don't
What
know
about
who the-
Browns versus Cowboys at Dallas?
I'm not
Cowboys.
picking nobody.
The shit bowl.
I'm not
Actually,
picking
no, I'm gonna
nobody.
pick the Browns on that one.
You're gonna pick the
because-
Browns.
I don't
Yeah,
think
fuck
Dak is that
No,
good, and
because,
y'all, I don't think
Oh,
Baker.
but the Cowboys are definitely good enough.
Baker.
I have Dallas.
Boy,
Baker
look.
and Odell. Now
Okay,
are
look,
trying
check
to connect.
this.
They're not.
Do you see? Oh yeah, no.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
pick my boy Baker,
Yeah.
which I always talk down on the whole
I
time.
think Baker is.
But against him, bro, he got
starting
old. Baker just won a
Dude,
game.
Damien hates Baker Mayfield.
I really don't think he's
I don't like
good at
Baker
all.
Mayfield
He's
either,
garbage.
but I
He's
think-
like a Johnny Manziel, bro. He's
I just see the Cowboys.
Not good,
choking
bro.
out.
That's what they want them to
The
do.
Cowboys are going to be like a 50
He not good, bro.
I think they go less than
Better than
500
Johnny.
at this
Probably,
rate, if I'm
yeah.
being
I
honest.
feel like if the Cowboys
They got
couldn't win
lucky
this
against
past
the
week, they
Falcons.
not.
Yeah.
Browns coming in here fire. The Browns gonna get probably dusted, but
Okay.
Yeah, for real.
All right. Cardinals
I'm gonna
versus
pick 'em.
Panthers.
Cardinals.
I'm with Murray.
Yeah,
Sam?
I gotta
I'm
go.
with Murray.
I also have the Cardinals as
Yeah.
well. Okay. Colts versus Bears at Chicago.
Bears. Y'all keep in mind Nick Foles is starting now.
Right. That I picked the
Right.
Bears as well for that very
Yeah.
same reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Colts.
Bears.
I'd
Nick
say-
Foles.
I'd
Bears.
say-
Nick Foles is starting over Trubisky.
Colts. I'm gonna go with the Colts.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like
Could
that.
happen. I could see that. I could see that happening.
I mean, the Colts have been playing really well. Like they haven't been like blowing people out, but they've been playing like real gritty.
I'm not higher than a quarterback, so I
just
don't
like Phillip
that.
Rivers
I
either.
don't think Phillip Rivers he should have retired already.
Okay.
hate Phillip
I don't
Rivers.
think we have to discuss this, but Ravens, Washington.
Ravens.
Right.
Ravens, yeah.
Is Chase Young gonna be back?
I didn't know he was out.
Oh, he was out, yeah.
Ravens getting that dub no matter.
So
Let's assume that he is.
I don't know
The Ravens
because
are gonna be
that
bouncing
he's
back
gonna
from
be
that.
out.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
If I assume that he's
well,
gonna be out,
I mean, you think so?
They're
I'll
taking
pick the
that.
Ravens.
I think they continue to roll.
I'll pick the Ravens
Okay.
if he's
Y'all
out.
finna
But I would
see
think
Lamar,
Washington
though.
would win if
Yeah.
Chase Young
Patrick
plays.
is
Wow.
good.
Dude, their defense is fucking sick.
It's pretty gnarly.
Their defense is sick.
Giants,
I'm not,
Rams?
I'm not lying.
Rams.
I'll go with
Oh yeah, Saquon's out.
Yeah.
No, there's
I'll
not
go with
even.
Rams.
I feel like there's no other
I
conversation
mean,
to
and we
be
know how
had.
the Rams lost this
Yeah,
week.
nah.
Like, they should have lost. But
Patriots, Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Patriots.
No, Cam Newton.
Ooh, that
Cam
is.
I think it's a tough game.
Trash.
I can
that
see either
is
of them
a
winning.
tough game.
Sleep
Where is
on-
it at?
don't
It's
sleep
it's
on
at the
that
Chiefs
boy,
though.
Cam.
Cam had a
They
trash.
don't
Yeah,
Is
it
it-
is.
what,
It is in
Arrowhead?
Kansas
It don't
City.
matter.
Where is it
but
at?
Oh, yeah. Chiefs
Huh?
are blowing.
that
them
means
out.
less this year. You know what I mean?
There was no crowd. Like,
Cam, Belichick.
I am
Boys,
gonna.
Seattle's doing this without their
And
12
they're
man,
making
too.
noise.
And the Chiefs, I
That's
mean,
a
the
good
Patriots have had the Chiefs number in the past.
Cam Newton.
I'm gonna go
with Brady though, not with Cam.
Newton's playing good though.
He played like shit yesterday.
Did he?
They came out with a dub, I'm pretty sure. Right?
I mean, yeah, they won.
I'm gonna go Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I believe in Mahomes a little bit more than
Hell no.
they can right now.
Okay.
They not finna make it like
Bills Raiders at Vegas.
Raiders.
I got the Bills, man.
Raiders scary right now.
They are, but they just got
The Raiders
destroyed.
are scary.
They just got destroyed though. Literally by Cam, who we were just talking about going against Mahomes, which is clutch. Like, I don't know, man. That's why I said I didn't know about the Chiefs-Patriots game, because he did just kind of say, Raiders, y'all ain't nothing, bro. hold this in.
Well, I mean, like, the Bills,
bro.
they're playing good.
Yeah, like,
I feel that. And then the last game for Sunday is Eagles 49ers.
49ers. I'm not even
Whoa.
about to. 49ers.
Big
49ers.
moves.
They just lost a bunch of people.
Hey, bro. If the Eagles win, I will literally pick.
Yeah, you'll be the jinx.
Pick against them the entire time.
Right.
I'll pick against them the entire time.
I'd say 49ers too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about you, Isaiah?
I'm gonna take the Eagles.
Whoa. Maybe
Hey,
he's the good luck charm.
The luck, bro, because I really want to pick them, but I'm just like, bro.
All right, and then the last game is Monday Night Football, but we won't discuss that until next Monday when we record.
Yeah.
So
I mean, but everybody already knows all of our answers anyway. If you look at that matchup on Monday, like everybody already know who they picking.
I don't think anyone. It's Packers Falcons.
I mean, bro,
Are your boys about to start 4-0? We're not gonna talk about it, but are the boys about to be 4-0?
Let me go ahead and
Who
put
knows?
it this way, bro. I'm gonna be the weird guy.
Don't pick it. Don't say it. We're gonna save it. We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
We're good. All right, that wraps up today's show.
Let's get it.
Y'all stay tuned for next Wednesday's episode. We will have our Monday night picks. You'll be hearing it after the Monday night game, so you can hear us be stupid as fuck or smart as fuck. Maybe not that smart, if I'm being honest with you, after the fact. We appreciate the fuck out of you guys for spending time with us. We fuck with you guys. We just hit our first 500 listens this past week, so like none of this could be done without you guys. Anybody that's in any of the other countries that we're reaching out to, y'all are like fucking amazing. Tell your friends, tell your family, get on social media. We have clips on YouTube now for individual conversations. Fuck with us, we fuck with you, and you have yourselves a super spectacular goddamn rest of your week.
Just get it. Hey, guys, y'all, thanks for coming on as well.
Hell yeah. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks for joining us.
It's been awesome.
Hey, if y'all have something, just let us know. We'll put y'all through, we'll do whatever. But I appreciate y'all for coming on. It was a hell of a time.
Appreciate it.